At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Credits will define.
Heck yeah. He's alive. Love you, man.
Capacity to include Rey in the starting screen because of course they would, because she's a part of the story, but okay. But other than that, this kind of seemed like for most people it's just a chill, fun game. It's goofy. It is goofy. It's supposed to be goofy. It's intentionally goofy, and that's okay with me. It's refreshing, honestly. Down, right, down, right. Down, right, down, right. Main character in the intro bit? Ludicrous, especially when she's a woman. Can you believe that? Women exist? How dare Star Wars point that out? Don't they know that most Star Wars fans don't know that women exist?
Of ammo for everything.
Aw, man.
Okay, I can't find it. I think they all quit. Oh, nope. Guess not.
Come on, die!
Oh,
no.
man.
No!
Oh, man.
Come on. I was locked in combat with that guy for so long. Oh, that was horrible. We just kept dancing. Closed. Terminated. Life's terminated, George. What? He did kill him. And then he puts up a sign. Don't want to drop it.
Better late than never.
You are ungrateful. I am a Jedi Knight, guardian of peace and order in the galaxy. Enjoy your drink. Ooh, what is that smacking sound they make? I don't like that. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, man. Well, at least it works.
Yeah, I mean, testing them out. They're just this wet smacking.
Finally get there, and then he murders me.
Do you want me to wait over here for you, or?
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't even try to take him on, though, right? I only got a wooden sword.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Something just came over my face. What the?
They're pretty
Oh,
strong.
jeez. Why did I say it like that?
Something
just.
my face.
What?
All right.
It's
well,
just a Freudian slip. Don't think about it too much. Good morning. Something just fell over there. And it freaked me out, but it's okay. It's just the capture card. No big deal. Good morning, Troy. How's it going? So I didn't get a chance to set up like anything this morning. So you're going to watch me set things up live. I was having an issue with my camera on my phone. Plugged it all in. Last like 2 times I've used it, it's been just fine. Everything's worked perfectly. And now it was just a black screen. So I was like unplugging the camera, replugging it back in. I was Googling it. I was making sure I had the drivers installed. I was restarting OBS. I was doing all this stuff. Couldn't figure it out. And then, as I was Googling, somebody just says, oh, a quick restart fixed that for me. So I was like, fine, I'll try it. I'm already late, but I'll try it. So I did a restart. And then, sure enough, it fixed it. See? Look at that. So I haven't had a chance to actually set up the space yet. So you're going to do that with me here. Move this out of the way. Good morning, Elf. How are you? Yep. Restarting fixes everything. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Off and on. Not on and off. Okay. Hopefully I have the camera positioned where it needs to be. I didn't even clean my desk off. It's gross. I'm off to a great start this morning. Pretty chill Saturday for you. That's good. Unfortunately, today, it's probably not going to be super chill for me. Wait, I'm not on wide angle, am I? No, that's wide angle. I think I'm too high. Hang on one sec. The camera is too high, not me. Huh. Usually that fits like right in frame. There we go. I wish. Okay, and I'm gonna come forward with it a little bit. This is all the stuff I'd normally do off stream, so because I was late, you guys get to experience it with me. One sec. I think that'll do it. There we go. Look at that. Got to focus. There you go. All right. Look at those nails. I've been trying to take care of my nails a little bit better. Guess I can go on this one. I know they're a little, like, some of them are longer than others. I got to get them all filed down, but I'm trying not to bite them. It's a victory for me. All right. Let me get the instructions going because we are building this today. The first of the dioramas. This is the Death Star Trench Run. I haven't even had one sip of coffee yet this morning, so if my energy is a little low for a while, I apologize. All right. Let me get the instructions up. No, last week was the final helmet. It was the Scout Trooper helmet. 7, 5, 3, 2, 9. Instructions. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you're mixing up with the loose. Oh. How dare you? He's building the Dark Trooper. Well. Oh well. No, it's okay. I don't care. All I've had today is a lot of coffee and a single sandwich. Sounds like a great Saturday lunch. All right, let's see if this worked. It did. Woohoo! All right. Let's stay on target. Okay, and I think this light is a little bit too bright. I'm just checking the light source now. I'm gonna point that up. There we go. There we go. Time me out 5 hours. No, because then you'll just go watch a Lucent stream. You can't do that, man. Let's go wide. I love the ability to do this. It is crazy how wide that camera can get. Like, that's wild. Based on what the normal zoom is, like, that's crazy. All right. Oh, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. They're the 100. I know. We rated them. I'm totally kidding. I love this song. All right, I'll turn the music down a little bit. How does this open? What is going on here? What is... Okay, maybe like this? Yeah, there we go. Oops. Come on. That unboxing. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Bag number 2. Ooh, we got base plates. Three, 4. I'm looking for bag number 1. There it is. Bag number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now that might not seem like a lot, but there's a lot of tiny pieces in this build. We're gonna set this aside so we can easily grab the next bag. Ooh. Look at that. There's the instruction booklet. We'll be doing a virtual one today. I love dioramas. I'm kind of interested in this whole Lego diorama thing in general. I don't feel like they've done any dioramas before, have they? I don't think they have. I think this is the first time. He's reducing his Lego to every Saturday. Every third Saturday? I've debated getting one. They're nice. Yeah, this one is like a micro scale. The other ones seem to be more minifig scale. So they're a little bit bigger, so I decided to save them for later. Because I was already starting late, so. Look at that. That's all that's in the first bag though. Maybe we'll finish early today. Looks like we're gonna be building like the base first, right? Let's see. A 3D action experience. Ever noticed the complexity of the Death Star design? Yep. Based on the movie and artwork by designers Joe Johnson, Dan O'Bannon, and Ralph McQuarrie, the model details the intense drama and action in the climactic battle. Now you can freeze the scene and zoom in on every detail. I do love greebles. Do you guys know what greebles are? Blame my training. They kept saying Legos in the training doc. Yeah. Some people just aren't in the know, you know? Hey, brick separator. Woo. All right. First base plate. It's one of these long boys. Four left on each side. I'm going to back up the mic a little bit. Okay. And then the other ones. What's up, Lars? Good morning. Or afternoon, depending on where you are. Good day. Hey, there it is. I was talking about what we needed to say when you don't know what time zone people are in. Good day. Good day to you, sir. Or madam. Or whatever else you'd like to be called. Good day. It sounds very formal, though. I don't know if I like it. Oh. How come that one's longer? Oh. Oh. Okay. Ah, it's got to be the long boy. There we go. Or high. Yeah, high would work too. It's just afternoon. I'm tired as all heck, but doing good. You got that afternoon slump going on? The 2 o'clock blues? Troy, which one have you been working on lately? You did finish the Falcon, right? You didn't leave the poor Falcon unfinished, correct? Okay. So, wait, did I miss something? Let's see. Which? Okay. I'm supposed to leave that blank so that these can go underneath. Okay. Or like I did a lot of chores yesterday and I'm going down the same track today. Well, that's a good tired, though. A productive tired. Okay, these long ones go here. I hate when I'm tired when I haven't done anything, you know? Those are the worst. It's like I shouldn't be tired, but I am. My 8.8 pounds of Lego should arrive in a couple of days. Excellent. You should totally post up what you got once you get it. I know based on that link you sent, there was some pretty interesting pieces in there. A lot of older pieces, which is very nice. Definitely worth more probably than what you paid for it, which is good. What did I hear just the other day? Oh, somebody on TikTok posted that their parent went to Goodwill and they had a ton of Lego sets there that people had donated, right? And this guy came back. His mom was like, "Do you want me to buy these for you?" And he literally came back with like almost all of the Star Wars UCS sets, like the UCS Sandcrawler, the UCS Boba Fett's starship, the what else? Gosh, a lot. I think one of them was the X-wing, the UCS X-wing, and the total that they paid came up to like $65-$70. bonkers. And I was like, well, I guess I need to go to Goodwill. He probably though just got very lucky with the timing, because somebody else would have bought that up like real quick. Yeah. And then a lot of people in the comments were like, somebody is super mad right now that their mom got rid of their Lego collection, or like their, you know, a jilted lover or something like that just gave it to Goodwill. Yeah, but yeah, literally, like most of the things came out, like they just priced it at like $20 or $15 or something like that, because I don't guess they knew what they had, you know, or they died. Yeah, that's true. And somebody just wanted to get rid of it. That's also true. I could see that being a possibility. Somebody who's really into Lego and they just wanted it out, you know. Make a will. Make a will, everybody, and let your loved ones know what you want to happen to your Lego. I should take my own advice there. I would hope that most of my loose pieces in that container set back there, I might end up giving to my son. The bigger sets, though, I'll probably always display those. The secondhand shops here often have stuff people bring in from cleaning their dead relatives' houses. Yeah. Looking at apartments, and then there are definitely those that look like this was a home of an old person who probably died in it. Yeah. I try not to think about that too much when I'm looking at new houses. It'll freak me out too much. I'm pretty sure the first house we bought in Fort Worth was, there was a gentleman who lived there by himself. And I know he did pass away. We did not ask if he passed away in the house, because we didn't really want to know. I feel like that was a detail I think are they supposed to tell you? I feel like I heard that somewhere, but that might not be true. I don't know if they're like legally. I think if there was like a murder or something, maybe they have to tell you. But it wasn't that. He was old. He was sick. And he just finally passed away. Good morning. Oh, hi, Charles. Good morning. Talking about just like a very, very, very fun topic as soon as you come in. There will be a memories section of the home for Nonder, and it'll just be Lego and his ashes. Ow. I mean, could be worse, right? Just bury me with my Lego. Normal topic for Saturday mornings. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. The force is strong with this one. Can you see that? Hang on. There you go. That's pretty cool. There's the base. We're moving right through the bags today. Okay, Troy. This is gonna sound like I'm asking for bits, but could you do me a favor and do a bit and a text to speech, please? Because I'd like to test and see if I have officially fixed these OBS issues or not. See if it completely lags out this camera. Ooh. I'll give you a penny the next time I see you. It might be that my animations just need to be... I might need to get rid of some animations. I don't know why all of a sudden it feels like my computer can't handle streaming, even though I bought it specifically for that purpose. It just feels like lately it's been struggling, and I don't know why. Either Troy is not here, didn't hear me, or he is currently typing a very low... There we go. Oh.
No, you can't have one bit.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. I think I fixed it. I think I fixed OBS. Oh, it was 2 bits. Thank you. I thought he was sitting there typing out like a long thing. All right. Okay, cool. That is good. So we played on Thursday and everything was looking okay. But I wasn't entirely sure I had fixed it all because I was just playing Jedi Knight. So now I feel like I can rest assured that it seems like I fixed it. What did I do to fix it? Well, good morning, Clumsy. That's a great question that no one asked, but I'm going to ask. I'm not entirely sure what it was that finally fixed it, if I'm being honest with you all. I'm not entirely sure. I did a couple of things. I messed with the overclocking on my graphics card. I updated my graphics card drivers. I went into G-Sync and turned off G-Sync, which I know these monitors are capable of G-Sync, but when I went into the settings, it said your monitor is not supported, even though it allowed me to turn G-Sync on. So I went ahead and turned G-Sync off. And then I limited my frames. Ah, thank you.
So I was looking at your history and noticed that you are 4 to 15 minutes late nearly every show. Nondare is so unreliable.
Rub it in. Do you think I should change my go live time? Okay, I have excuses for all of that, sir. 4 to 15 minutes late would be quite a bit, though. 15 minutes late, I feel like I would mention something. 4 minutes is much more likely because, so during the week anyway, I go live when my boy goes down for bed. And so if we're having an extra fun night getting him down for bed, we can pay to insult Nonder. Yeah, totally. If I'm having a fun night getting him down, and like, don't get me wrong, most of that is Mrs. Nonder, but you know, if I usually like help brush his teeth, change the diaper, all that kind of stuff before he goes down, and then he's got to do his whole like night night dada and come and give hugs and kisses and all that. If that doesn't happen quickly, if he kind of lollygags around, as they call it, then I can be a couple minutes late. Couple minutes. On Saturdays, it's typically either because I didn't get up in time or I'm having technical issues. So I just think I'd like to say, don't judge me, bro. Oh, based on Discord notifications? Well, I usually send the Discord notification after I actually go live. I don't send out a Discord notification saying, hey, I'm about to go live. I do that when I go live or shortly after. So that's why I have that starting screen. I'll start and then I'll be like, all right, what do I want to say in the go live?
Cheer ha 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 ha. Nonder is a booger ha 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 ha.
Nonder is a booger ha 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 ha. Imagine waking up in time. Most of the time I do. But then sometimes I just can't. I was thinking about that this morning though, Troy. Like I wish there was a way for me to say like, if somebody's up and they're like, oh, I wonder why Nonder hasn't started streaming, instead of me having to be like, go into Discord, be like, I'm just a little bit late. Like, I'll be there. I'm just kind of working on something, or, you know, I got up late, or trying to get the boy down for bed without having to ping the Discord. I wish there was a way to do that. I kind of like this build, by the way. It looks like we're just going to fill up this whole thing with pieces. Yeah. It's always interesting to see the order that they do these things in order to keep it, in order to keep you from getting lost, you know? Bits are definitely addictive. Yeah. That was your first ever bit given, and you used it to call me a booger. I'm so proud right now. I am so proud of this community. Make a roll for it? What do you mean a roll? I don't know. I think it's usually only Troy that's like waiting around for me. Got that dedication. I'm so proud. Oh, on Discord? Yeah. I don't know. If it ever becomes a bigger issue, I'll figure out something, but I could just make a section under the go live that just says Nonder's late, and I can just put in one word late so that you know I'm coming. I'm just late, or yeah, something like that.
Builder fine.
Because everyone knows that Troy has no life.
No. That's not what I meant. No. I'm building Lego on a Saturday morning, man. What are you talking about? Cheers, everyone. How annoying is this? Na 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 na. Pew 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 pew. I mean, it's not that bad. It could be worse. Did you mean to do that in text to speech? I bet that would have sounded great in that voice. I just permanently put myself in a role of being late because I'll forget to take myself out, you know. Speaking of which, Troy, are you a... Do I have it listed? I have you listed... Yeah, I have you listed as a mod in Discord. What am I thinking? Of course you are. Never mind. Don't mind me.
Credits, builder fine.
Hey everyone, do we need to make that bit voice redeem more expensive? Naya pew 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 pew.
Eventually that will happen, yes. That will definitely happen. Right now, I don't know. I keep it open. I don't feel like anybody abuses it or anything, but at some point when and if is more likely, things get larger, I will definitely change that. I'll probably make it like, I don't know. I don't need to think about it right now, but yeah, eventually we will. Right now it's kind of more just like I wanted people to use it, so I kept it pretty cheap. Kept it at 1. Also, like Levi always gives one penny. And those add up after a while, you know? Ooh, whoa. Yeah, once people start like really abusing it, that's when I'll start making money off of it, you know? Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, nobody's really abused it yet, but I could see that happening. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give a zoom in here because this is interesting work right here. You know what I think would be cool? Ooh, it'd be so cool if I could let you guys have control of the camera. If you ever wanted to zoom in, you could like spend bits or something to zoom or zoom out or do something like that. You could say they add up bit by bit. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. They do. It'd be kind of cool to give you all control of the camera. Could we do that, Troy? Changing scenes. If we could limit which scenes.
Pew 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 woo 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 pew 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 woo pew 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 woo pew 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 woo.
I love the pew 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 woo pew 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 woo. I could have it. It would be interesting for a lot of bits to just say change to a random scene, and I have a lot of scenes. So you could either end up with something like you could end up with this scene, or you could end up with like the desktop scene. That could be interesting, maybe for enough bits. Pew 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 ooh woo. Pew ooh woo. Oh man. I was thinking more on this scene, like allowing them where I can kind of do this and zoom in and out. Allowing people to do that could be kind of cool. But I don't know. That ooh was disappointing. Yeah. Can you change the voice of the text-to-speech person? You probably can. It'd be kind of interesting to change it to my voice. I probably have to read off a whole script in order for them to learn my voice. That would be pretty interesting, though. The other screen that has hot guys on it. Just random hot guys. I just have a Google search open to hot guys. You never know what you're gonna find when you do random camera. I should set up some funny scenes. I would do that if I could. I could totally do that. That's funny. I think I heard someone use Eminem's voice as text to speech. He's the new non-binary voice that Siri has. Oh, is there a new one? PG name. Hello. It's been going great so far. We've been having a good old time. How are you? Is that focused? Yeah, it's focused enough. Is that in the new iOS update, Troy? Making sure I'm not losing my spot here. Sorry. Minorly giving me a hard time. Just yeah. Minorly. Oh, that's right. It was going to go right here. Perfect. Okay. And then these go right here. Anyway, it would be cool. I could totally set up a couple of joke scenes, right? One of them could be zoomed in on my face. Just the entire camera zoomed on my face. Whoops, that's the wrong one. And then, yeah, maybe somewhere there's like weird browser tabs open or something. I tell you what, Charles, that Val Kilmer thing, I wouldn't have been able to tell. Now, like it was rough, but like they did a really good job on that. Have you seen Top Gun yet? If anyone hasn't seen Top Gun, oof, that's a movie to see in a theater. That's some top tier military propaganda for you right there. But man, is it fun. Oh, it's good. Yeah. Just a browser tab full of Jar Jars. Ooh, that's a nice little emote. What's that? Doreb 41 jar. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it is it's a fun ride. You're just mentioning Top Gun to a Lucent. Man's dual streaming over here. It's okay. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. All right. Time to add some detail. Let's see. This one. Where's the other one? Where are you? There you are. Y'all, I asked you about it a while ago, but have you all heard of the term greebles? Or greeblies, I think you can say it as well. Maka Builds was on this in his chat this morning. That's cool. I'm more focused on yours, though. Well, thank you. I saw the new Obi-Wan a couple days ago. I loved it. Me as well. See him Sunday morning through Thursday morning. Maka is always awake. We rated him last week, right? Was it last week? I know at one point we did. Okay, that's where that one goes. There we go. He's the one who really loves Top Gun, right? Yeah. it over on its side. This will be really interesting. So these are what we would call in the business greebles, or I've heard some people call them greeblies. I'm okay with either way. But they're just usually little pieces, kind of like these right here. See, that you can use. I think this was originally like I don't know, what was that, like a megaphone or something. I've used them as guns for people, but garden hose. Anyway, it's typically a piece that is being used in a way that it was not intended to be used. Only to add texture and detail to a build. Typically. Another one. Like that. So we just took all those little pieces, right? It doesn't have to be anything. You see that? It doesn't like this doesn't have a name, right? It's just an interesting detailed bit. Especially on something like the Death Star, because they did greebles a lot on the actual set, right? They did a lot of stuff that they just had painted and slapped on there to give the build some texture, and that's exactly what we're doing right now to make this. It almost looks like a little man there, doesn't it? Little Lego dude. I may work on a Lego mock to look better because I want to make Zoid. Zoid. What is a Zoid? Like the frogs on the bonsai tree. That's, yep. Anything that's kind of like this piece wasn't what it was originally intended for, and it's only there to serve as a detail piece. So now we take this. It looks like it goes right here. See that? It's just a detail. It's just an interesting detail. I used to love figuring out ways to make little greebles. Like that was just so much fun. Just finding ways to make little details that you normally wouldn't have been able to do. I love that. It's one of my favorite parts of Lego. This one will have a lot of greebles in it. The trash compactor will also have like a ton of greebles in it. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. Looks like we're doing another one here. It's just so interesting to see how creative they can get with it. If you're in the mock building side of the Lego community at all, you'll hear that term a lot. Coffee time. And then once we finish with this, what'll be really cool to see is all these little details like this we added, how in a way it'll blend in. You'll notice it because we built it, right? But it'll add to this texture. I mean, you can see it on the instructions. It'll add to this texture right here. Let's see, can we see where that is? It's probably back behind the X-Wing here somewhere. Is most of what we just built. I think like down over here. But yeah, it's just going to add to the structure, and you won't technically be able to pick it out, but it'll all lend itself to the detail of the whole. It's such a cool way to build, I think. It's my favorite thing to do. It just adds so much detail. Going right here. Oops. Nope.
Credits.
Nope. Coffee time and I'm all out of coffee. Sad trombone. Wah wah.
Wah wah. Oh man, being out of coffee on a Saturday morning, ooh, dangerous, man. I bet where you're located, I won't dox you, but I bet where you're located, bet you got some good coffee around there though, huh? So you could probably go out and find something pretty good, right? No. Darth Vader when he doesn't have his morning coffee. Did I get everything here? This looks like more pieces than it is, but yeah, I think I'm good. I definitely feel like I'm gonna miss a detail on this one. You're gonna go to Mickey D's for coffee? No judgment. I mean, this is just K-Cups. This is just Keurig. It's not anything fancy, but I assumed like if you were gonna go out for coffee, you'd like hit up a really cool little coffee shop somewhere, right? I don't know. I just have that. I have that feeling about you. Their coffee's good. Their coffee's fine. It'll do. I think their coffee will do, but I just expected you to be like, oh yeah, there's this coffee place down the road over here that does like fresh ground espresso and lattes and all this. I don't know. You seem fancy, you know? Look at that. That's cool. Then I have to get out of the car. That's true. If it's not a drive-through. What's your feelings on Starbucks? That's a pretty cool detail here. Okay. And then this is going to go right here. Ah, we're even overlapping. We're even overlapping the actual diorama as well. So that's cool. I've been to a cool little coffee shop like 4 times in my life. 3 of them had horrible coffee. Maybe it's just me. No, not necessarily. I would love, now as things are kind of, keep saying things are going back to normal. I don't know what normal is anymore. But I would love to find a little coffee shop that I could go to less for the coffee and more for like the escapism of a nice coffee shop. You know, that's not a Starbucks. I want a nice place that has like a place to sit that is generally pretty quiet. Maybe some Wi-Fi. I could bring my work laptop with me and maybe work a little bit in the mornings. Just looking for ways to kind of get out, you know? I need to find one. Do you have a cafe that you go to? That's nice. See, that's kind of what I'm looking for, that cafe vibe. Maybe you can get a little bit of light breakfast, but nothing heavy. Starbucks is okay, bit stronger than I like. Okay, all right. I'm getting a sense of your coffee. I feel like most coffee is not strong enough for me, even Starbucks sometimes. I drink coffee at home, like through a Keurig, just because it's so incredibly convenient. But I also have a whole French press set up and stuff like that. And I'd like to get back into pour over coffee. I've done that before. The escapism of a nice coffee shop is the dream. Yes. Good people and they know my order. That's what I want. I want to be able to come in and basically like they know who like not know who I am, but they know like that I'm a regular. You know what I mean? I don't need them to know every detail of my life, but, you know. Ooh, see? We could do this a couple different ways. You could go like this, but the instructions say to do it like this. And that is far more interesting than just doing it like that, right? That does look far more interesting. Look at that. My order is normal to them. Yeah. They might not be like, oh, hey, your name's Pete and you live down here on this street and you know, but they're like, hey, you want the regular? And you just kind of give them that, you give them that little, and they know. About to make them your besties. No, I don't want that. Breakfast burrito and 8 Montrilla sticks. Is that like mozzarella sticks? What are Montrilla sticks? Surely, no, maybe not for breakfast, right? That's got to be something else. You're not just eating 8 mozzarella sticks for breakfast. Silly me. Oh, man. Okay, no, that's fine. You are eating 8 mozzarella sticks for breakfast. Hey, man, no judgment. No judgment at all. I would eat mozzarella sticks for breakfast, too. Everyone needs a cheese fix in the morning. True. We're not cheese haters over here. Some of us love cheese. Some of us named ourselves after cheese. I just thought it was funny when I didn't think it was a spelling error, and I thought it was just a I thought it was something I didn't know, like there's some kind of breakfast stick that I'm unaware of. Nope. It's mozzarella sticks, man. Hey, I had taquitos last night, so I can't judge. That is why my stomach's so messed up this morning. Duh. Come on, man. I'm sitting here trying to figure out why I'm not feeling great this morning. Cheese. I was talking about that at work, which, by the way, at work, guys, I went into the office this week. I went into the office for the first time in 2 years, a little over 2 years, and it was weird. I would love to tell you all about that. So of course, when like pandemic hit, I like everybody else in our company, we were sent home. They're like, we're gonna go home. It's gonna be we're looking at like, a month or 2 of quarantine, and we'll see you all back. We'll let you know. We'll keep in touch, but you can just work from home going forward. And it's like, wow, okay. It's like saying goodbye to your coworkers. Like, okay, I mean, I'll see you later, I guess. Like, who knows when, but we'll see you soon. And totally at that point, I really did think this is just going to blow over after a while. It's not going to be a big deal. Yeah, the day when everything changed. It's true. And, typical story, it snowballed from there. And turned into 2 years that just kind of went by in the blink of an eye, in a way. It's both been the longest time of my life and also the quickest. It's weird. I have a hard time explaining exactly how it makes me feel, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I moved teams in that time, so like I've got a new team that I haven't really worked with in the office. Yeah, see you soon. Got a new team, got a new boss. Luckily, I kind of knew my boss already, but yeah, we went in for like a little team get together. We have a new person starting, and I went in early because I was like, well, if I'm going to go in, I'm going to actually sit at a desk and get some work done. So I did that. And what the weirdest part was that the weirdest part was how normal it felt. How quickly I kind of fell back into what it was, the rhythm of working in an office, right? And there is a rhythm to it, at least for me. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but like there's a way that I carried myself that has been very manufactured over the years. I did feel very, very, very socially awkward. And don't get me wrong, I'm always socially awkward, but I felt so much more socially awkward than I've felt in a long time. It was difficult for me to feel calm. I mean, I wasn't stressed out physically. I wasn't I don't feel like I was presenting anything too weird to the world, but I felt really weird. It felt like I was putting on a show all day. More so than even here on Twitch. I feel very much like myself when I'm doing this, because I'm just kind of in my own little bubble here. But something about interacting with people in person definitely made me feel awkward. Made me feel a little bit in my head, because I kept thinking about how I was presenting myself to people. And I'm sure, like, I don't think anybody else even noticed or cared, but I was just like, everyone's looking at me. Everyone's staring at me. It's weird. And a lot of stuff that I had not felt in a long time kind of came rushing back. Prior to the pandemic, I'd gotten pretty good at working in an office. And I think it was actually, this is going to be a hot, controversial take here. You all ready for that? I don't know if you can handle it. I think working in an office was good for me. I know nobody wants to hear that right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people that are like, we're hashtag better together. We should all be working together in person. No, I still believe fully that a hybrid model is probably the best. But being in the office, I realized, pushed me outside of my comfort zone and made me practice social skills. You may not have ever had to do that. And if you didn't, I envy you. But I've had to practice the way I carry myself, the way I talk, all of that. I've had to create that. And I don't look at it as not being authentic. I just look at it as being like, it's hard to socialize, so I have to do what I have to do to survive, you know? Sometimes you got to just kind of buckle down. And in doing that, it's kind of like working out. Like, I flexed that muscle and I became it was a lot easier for me to be social. It still wore me out a lot, and it still does, but how often am I going in now? So right now, like, it'll probably be like once a month. Here's what I think is going to happen. There are a lot of companies who are trying to push, like, we should be together because we're better together, and everything is better when we're all, like, able to collaborate in the same room together, and yada yada yada, and, you know, get ideas and all that. Like, I think most office workers rather aren't going to want to, for no reason, just be in the office to be in the office. So they're going to have to make reasons to do so. What I fully expect to happen, maybe this is just my company, may not apply to yours, whatever. But I fully expect that we will be in the office once a week, potentially. More if there's something interesting going on or something important going on. However, I think the norm will be, and my company has so much as said it, that, like, you'll be at home primarily for most of the time, but you also might end up being hybrid. That's what I feel. So right now, this is the first time I've gone in 2 years. I don't expect to go in again until there's, like, a big meeting or something. So maybe once a month for right now. I don't know. My motto is basically office for team building only. I'll be in Tuesday for a lunch meeting with the team. Yeah, like, I want to pick a day. Like, okay, Wednesdays are the in-office day or something like that. I hate that feeling. Yeah, clumsy. Being social is tiring. That was my biggest takeaway from that day. I got my work done that day, barely. I was social. And when I finally got home, I realized, like, I am far more tired right now than I would normally be had I worked from home. Like, I'm a lot more tired because it's a whole thing, like getting dressed, stressing out about clothes that don't fit anymore because of said pandemic. Well, because of me, not only because of the pandemic. And and then, you know, paying $30 to fill my gas tank to the halfway point. And then getting in and, you know, dealing with normal, what would you call it? Normal, like everyday issues, right? It felt even weirder in the office, you know? Oops, I didn't mean to go that far out. There we go. Oop. Focus. There we go. All right, we're on to bag number 3. I miss being in an office purely because of the lack of face-to-face interaction. I wish we could do something like that, Troy. You just like, I really think that's what needs to happen. For roles that aren't gonna embrace remote work entirely, to where I can move away and live in the middle of nowhere and still make what I'm making right now. If that's never gonna happen, then we need to just basically have like in-office days. We were doing that before the pandemic. We're actually doing work from home days. So every Friday I got to work from home unless there was something going on. So I think we just flipped that model, right? We flipped the model, go into the office when needed. Do it one day a week so everyone knows that you're in the office one day a week, and you can schedule meetings that way. Like, oh, let's schedule that one face to face. We'll do that one when we're in on Wednesday or Friday or Monday or whatever day. It doesn't really matter what day it is, honestly. But yeah, it was very interesting. And so here's the flip side of it too. When I got in first thing in the morning, I typically get in earlier before anyone else. And so it was dead quiet. And the office has these nice white lights. Our office before the pandemic had been kind of like restructured to be like, I think it's called WELL certified, which is basically like different certifications for the building to show that it's like good for your mental health and whatnot. Like they had really nice lights. The lights aren't harsh. They have ergonomic chairs. They have standing desks if you want. They have good AC. Like it's nice and cool, but not too cold. Like just things like that. It's a very nice. It's as far as offices go, our office is just like top notch. And so when I was sitting there and I was actually like sitting down, I put some headphones in, listened to some music, doing work. I was, for a split second, was like, I do kind of miss this. I do kind of miss the nose to the grindstone work when I'm in an office. There's nothing on my desk. There's nothing to distract me. Everything is clean. It's organized. It smells good. The office has a certain smell to it. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, like when I was doing that, I kind of felt like I missed it a bit. I still love working from home. I've loved the flexibility of being home. But there is a certain muscle that I feel like I have not been flexing a lot since the pandemic, and I'm sure most people can relate to that. And I think it made me a better person, honestly. When I was in the office, I was using the gym. I was getting up nice and early. I was working out. I was eating better. They had good food options there, like healthy food. I don't know. I did feel like there were some benefits to the office that I kind of missed. I kind of missed them. There's also another benefit that I didn't really talk about too much. I don't know if it's a benefit. It might be a warning sign. There is definitely a sense of importance in the office. There's a sense that, like, I'm important, I'm in the office, I'm at corporate, that kind of feeling. I don't know if that's good. It might not be good, but there is definitely that feeling that makes you feel a little bit more connected to things. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not on board the whole, like, we all need to go back to the office. I don't think that's true, but for me personally, I think there were some benefits to going into the office that I didn't fully realize that I had lost until I actually went into the office, you know. That's it. If you ask me today, though, I would tell you I would love to work at home permanently. I would love to be able to relocate wherever I want. within the U.S. And still do my current job. I'd love to take the salary that I'm making right now and actually live somewhere that's not so incredibly expensive. That would be amazing. I'd love to go somewhere to get away from the weather of Texas. I'd love to go somewhere to get away from the politics of Texas. There's a lot of stuff like that I'd rather do. However, if they're not going to let us be 100% remote, then the next best thing is at least let us be in the office like occasionally. Once a week, honestly, is what I'm pushing for. That way we can still collaborate, do all that kind of stuff, and then we can still get the benefits of working from home. I think it makes sense. I'm on our corporate campus, but not at Cooperate? What? I don't have a set day. It's as needed. Goal is once every week or every 2. Although I was in Wednesday and Thursday this week, and I drink too much Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, we heard that one. Ooh. Politics. What's wrong with Texas politics? Do you have an hour? A lot, man. A lot. Is that really a whole entire page for that one step? Okay. This is a good song. This is a Kenobi song. I know you're joking. So what about you all? Like those of you who have been kind of away from the office for a while, do you ever want to go back? Do you not want to go back at all? Do you shudder at the thought of going back? I do. I shudder at the thought of going back a little bit, but only because like I know I haven't flexed that social muscle as much as I probably need to. Yeah. I know a lot of people at our work are pushing for not going into the office ever again. Like ever. And I just don't know if that's going to be realistic. I don't know. I don't know if like never is going to be realistic. I wish it was. I think it should be. Like I think you should be able to have that option, you know? And I'm telling you, if I lived a little bit closer to the office, like I might go in more than I do now. Oh, look at that. That's cool. More than an hour, more like all day. Okay, there we go. Only thing I don't miss is the traffic in DC. The commute here sucks. Yeah. Oh, I could imagine. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of bad over here. I put myself in a good spot though before the pandemic. I on purpose purchased where I did, even though it's like a little bit more expensive, because the commute to the office, I made it there when I went in on it was a Wednesday. When I went in on Wednesday, I made it there in 10 minutes. But I also left at like a little bit before 7 a.m. So traffic wasn't as bad as it sometimes can be. But then on the way home, traffic can get pretty bad. So it took me probably like 20 to 25 minutes to get home because of traffic. So, yeah. We have team members that never go in. On our department, 2 total. In the org, likely 15 to 20. We have people out of state. See, I'd love to do that. And I think if our company made the stance that, like, look, you want to come in the office is here. The amenities are here. If you want to do that, that's cool. If you don't, talk to your manager. Let them know that you plan on moving out of state. Work with them on time zones, things like that. I could see it getting kind of confusing if people are outside of time zones. And, you know, you just work that out with your manager. And if it makes sense for your role to be remote, then your role can be remote and you can live wherever you want. If my company did that, I'd probably stay with them forever. I just don't think they're going to, you know? So I talk about all of that, all the like, oh, here's some benefits about working in the office that I didn't realize I missed. But at the same time, I would rather be able to escape this climate, both political and physical, If I had the option to, you know, I would totally. Not having the option, I think, is what makes people a little upset, you know. Last time I went in, my commute one way was an hour to go 15 miles. Oh, geez. At some point, Charles, something has to give in traffic, right? We got to be reaching a point where there's just going to be so much traffic that it doesn't make sense to go anywhere. I bet in some places it's already like that, right? There's got to be a tipping point somewhere. Well, that little greeble. That one goes right here. Yeah, excellent. There's got to be a tipping point where finally we say, all right, we need to invest in flying cars. That needs to be the new norm. Although then we'll just create lanes in the sky, and then those lanes will get congested eventually too. The deal with flying would be nice is that you could just make a straight line to wherever you want to go. But you know they won't let us do that. The government will never let us do that. They got to keep us in line. We need better public transport. Tollways are a temporary solution. Tollways suck. Sorry. They suck. Tollways suck. Yeah, they suck. I hate tollways. I think it's... I don't like how private companies have taken over tollways. I don't... Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. How does this go? Oh, interesting. Look at this. Look at that. That's cool. That's a clever way to do that. I bike around. That biking would be great. Yeah. More of an opportunity to bike around. So like the problem is like if I tried to live close enough to my office in order to bike, I would be paying an astronomical amount in rent. An absolutely bonkers amount. And if I tried to buy a house there, forget about it. Forget about it. Jeez. So expensive. And honestly, I feel like I'm kind of getting to the point where, you know, I might be reaching my limit for what I want to accomplish in a corporate business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to manage people if I can at all help it. I'll do it under the right circumstances for the right company and the right people. But like, man, I don't want to manage people. I think about the level of stress any role above my own has, and I don't want to live like that, you know? It's not a matter of like, oh, I feel like I can't do it or whatever. It's just a matter of, do I want to subject myself to that level of stress just for money, you know? But thinking that way, thinking that you've kind of reached your peak wherever you are leads to... Okay, I did something wrong, sorry. Oh, this way. Leads to the possibility that you've also peaked out salary-wise, that you're not really going to make more. So my goal is, like, if I'm not going to make more, I definitely need to lessen the amount that I pay for things like housing and whatnot. And that's just terrifying right now because we're literally in, like, a recession. Maybe not officially yet, but yeah. So that means if I could take my role somewhere where housing was more affordable, I could get something bigger and better than what I currently have for cheaper than what I currently pay and not have to commute at all, zero commute. Yeah. Hoping to see a train line come this way, 20 to 40 years. Yeah, I mean, you'll get public transport when you die, and that's nice. Cool. Like, It's not really helping me in the here and now. It's just kind of, guys, it's kind of a scary time out there right now. I don't know if y'all noticed. I hate to be like doom and gloom, but it's kind of scary out there right now. And I don't want to be doom and gloom, so we could talk about something else if you want. Yeah, for me, it's 35 miles. I have to basically take a freeway everywhere around here in Texas. If you were going anywhere, you're taking a freeway. We were talking about this on a phone call a couple days ago. Somebody I know got a motorcycle. Cool. Like, save some gas for sure. Someone else mentioned, like, maybe I should just get like a Vespa or a moped or something. And I'm like, well, that's fine, but like, I wouldn't be able to go anywhere in this area other than like down the road to the gas station in something like that, because I have to take an interstate everywhere. Like, then those things don't go enough to take an interstate, you know? They don't go fast enough to take an interstate. And they're like, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. I wouldn't be able to make it to work in one of those. It'd have to be a motorcycle, you know? I bet the motorcycle world is blowing up right now. You think that's supposed to meet? Maybe. We'll see. Let's see what it looks like here in a second. Yeah, like Vespas and stuff are great. Yeah, you're in a small town. They're perfect in a small town. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. Excellent. And that's kind of where I want to be. I'd rather be in a nice small town that has like one Walmart, decent internet. You know, it doesn't have to be the fastest internet in the world, but decent internet. A good climate, at least 4 seasons, not just 2, not just winter and hell. That's what Texas has. Yeah, I mean, that small town living honestly has me I'm very interested. Very interested. So this one doesn't reach. Is it supposed to, though? It kind of doesn't look like it's supposed to. Unless, hang on. Maybe you got it. There we go. Now it does. Okay, cool. Look at that. Oh, cool. How cool that is. Ooh, I think I can go for it a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, make them touch. Oh, I could spend hours just like getting the greebles just right. Ah, that's so cool. 4 seasons, funny. We get 3. Heat mainly, wind, and rain. Yeah, I mean, here in Texas, it's kind of like we get like maybe 30 days worth of decent days, honestly. Like, and that's like throughout spring and fall. But spring and fall don't technically exist. It's kind of like leftover winter and leftover summer. And then we go right into winter where we can get actually pretty bitterly cold. And then of course our grid goes down and can't handle some cold. So then people die, you know. It's great state of Texas. No snow, that's good. I wouldn't mind snow. I wouldn't mind snow in a state that can handle snow, right? That's prepared for it, that knows what it's doing. Like, I have a friend in Nebraska, and around the time we lost our power 2 years ago, he was like, it's like -6 here today, dude. My power's still on. And I'm like, exactly. Like, Texas cannot handle its own grid. That's why we need to vote these people out. It's just, jeez. There's already been, Troy, Atmos has already been reaching out to people. Not Atmos. What's the electric company? The one behind TXU that actually provides electricity, has been saying that people need to cut back because it's going to be like over 100 ERCOT. Yeah. It's going to be over 100 and our grid can't handle it. So it's like, what makes me think that that's not going to happen again? You know, like when it's not even summer and we're already getting notifications that the grid can't handle it. It's like, get it together, Texas. Like, geez. It's already happening again. So yeah, it happened one time, but man, I don't have faith that that's not going to happen again. What is this thing? Oh, look at this. This is interesting. Look at this. Here. There we go. Yeah, that's a cool little way to connect that. Look at that. That's cool. And it's just going to get worse with global warming. Yep. It's going to get hotter and hotter. Whoops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, shoot. Hang on. Come on. Rotate. 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 There you go. Why in the world this Epoch camera starts in portrait mode is beyond me. There we go. Yep, just gonna get worse. So like if the grid can't handle it now and they're not willing to invest in any kind of technology that will help the grid get better, what are we expecting, you know? ERCOT doesn't provide electricity. They monitor the reliability of the grid. I mean, the not reliability, sure. Yeah. Gotta be ready to record them TikToks. That's why we need power for TikToks. It's just I have lost so much faith in leadership, just in general, across the board, for so many things in the last like 5 years. It just feels like nobody knows what they're doing, you know? It feels like there's a lot of me in leadership right now. And I just mean, like, if you asked me to like lead the country right now, I'd be like so lost. I'd be like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. And it feels like nobody knows what they're doing. We're like the whole generation of like, or the entire generation of fake it until you make it, right? I've been a big believer in fake it till you make it. But I feel like maybe too many people are faking it to make it, guys. I'm a little worried there might be too much faking going on. A Florida man. Over the weekend, a Florida man. And then insert something crazy here, right? I think that's my biggest gripe, is it just doesn't feel like anything is being done or can be done. It feels like we're in like this weird unwinnable situation. I'm probably bringing the mood down a lot this morning, aren't I? If you guys want to move on to a different subject, we can move on to a different subject. I just felt myself get very like depressed feeling, and I don't want to put that on anybody else. Not when we're supposed to be having fun, you know? Okay, turn this way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're doing another one. Funny thing, I'm in Florida, so yeah. Hey, there's some good parts of Florida. There's good parts and good people everywhere, honestly. There is. We just need to make sure that those good people are able to have a voice in how things are being run and not silence them, you know? I'm a big believer in good people. I know that there's good people out there. It just feels like either we're being too silent or we're being drowned out by a cacophony of just radical, like, people who would rather worry about like a woman on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit calendar that they don't find attractive, and they want to call that like a culture war or something. Meanwhile, like, you know, people are dying and we can't keep our grids active, and you can't go to school without being shot. You know? It's just, I just feel like we're all focused on the wrong things, you know? I love looking up birthdays and adding Florida man after it. Oh no. On this date in Florida. So, okay, so PG, What do you think is going on in Florida? That it has become kind of like a meme to be like, a Florida man did this or that. What do you think is going on in Florida? In your opinion, being that you live in Florida. I feel like you'd have a unique perspective on that, right? We're going deep. This is Lego gone deep again. I actually really love talking about stuff like this, even though it feels very doom and gloom. I think the fact that people are talking about this kind of stuff, even while doing mundane things like building Lego, I think is a net positive. Can be a net positive. I hope. Ooh, only 3, huh? Okay. I hope it can be a positive thing. Yeah. We'll leave it at that. I hope. I have hope. That's really what we need quite a bit of right now. The normalization of convos like this is probably a net positive. I hope so, Clumsy. But also at the same time, even if it's just me venting into the void, that can have some positivity to it as well. Let's see. Okay. Oops. It's just, I hate the same old talking points over and over again of like, well, if you want real change, you're gonna have to go out and vote. And I do believe that, and I think that ultimately is true. However, I can understand how people are feeling like, okay, well, we did and nothing got better, and it's like, well, yeah, because it's a game. You got to continue to play the game and continue to push in the direction that you want to push in, because the other side's going to continue pushing in their direction. So if you stop for a minute, they gain ground, right? And all of a sudden, you can have really horrible things happening, And then all this, you'll look around. One sec. There we go. You'll look around all of a sudden and you'll realize, whoa, the world is like really messed up. How did we let it get this far? And it's like, because you gave up. Like, the other side's not going to give up. So you literally cannot give up, because when you do, things are going to get bad, Go right there. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. That is only supposed... It does look like there's not another one right there, right? Right down there in the instructions. It only says X3, so I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be like that, with the stud showing there. Gosh, isn't that so satisfying? Like building like a little detail and then just putting it on and seeing how it all kind of interconnects. So interesting. Florida man robs McDonald's while high on meth and then arrested while naked eating a cheeseburger. More to come on that. More to come. We don't know what's going on, but something is wrong. Yeah, the little details are great. Okay, I'm gonna try to snap myself out of the doom and gloom. Keyword try. Try to snap myself out of it. Whoa, let's talk about some hopeful stuff. What is something that you all are excited about in like the next month or so? Anything interesting going on in your life? I got some things. There's some things I can't talk about right now. But there is something I'm excited about, and maybe I can share more details at a later date. But for right now, just know I do have hope in my heart somewhere. It's down there somewhere. Yeah. It's deep down in that cynical math somewhere. That's probably inflamed from years of eating bacon and almost exclusively bacon. That heart is beating a hopeful tune sometimes. I ordered storage yesterday, so hopefully Lego Star Wars soon. Ooh, like storage for your laptop. I mean, I just told you to delete Minecraft, but delete Genshin Impact. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna lose Clumsy on that one. That was too far. I'm sorry. Nah, as soon as I said it, I knew that was too far. It was too much. You can't delete Genshin. It's not acceptable. Dude, stop. It was too far. It doesn't take up too much. It does take up too much space, though. You can't even update it. That sucks. Yeah, those live service games can eat up your storage because they're constantly like adding stuff and updating and whatnot. Destiny 2 was kind of the same way. Before they did a whole content purge, it started getting so massive. I bought Rogue Heroes last night, so as I got an alert that it's on sale. Excellent, dude. If you like it, we could co-op that sometime. I think that would be an excellent thing to do. I like it a lot. I haven't played it in a couple weeks now, but I like it a lot. It's fun. If you love old school Zelda, like A Link to the Past, ooh, it's gonna be like right up your alley. It's good stuff. You monster. I took it back as soon as I said it, PG. As soon as I said it. It'd be painful seeing so much interesting stuff about new Genshin lore not being able to play. Yeah. That's cool. I have a lot to learn. Yeah, it's a pretty simple mechanics, but some of the puzzles, the one, I don't even know if it's a complaint, but the complaint about the Rogue Heroes is if you didn't play games like Zelda, if you didn't play A Link to the Past and things like that, you might be kind of lost because it doesn't really explain to you how to do some of those puzzles. But if you know, or even some of the mechanics really, but if you've played that already, look at that, then you do know how to do those things. And so you naturally try to like pick something up and throw it, or, you know, like you kind of know what different switches and stuff do. So if you are aware of those games, it'll be easy for you to pick up. If you're not, it might be a little complicated at first, but you'll get it. I believe in you. If you like Baldur's Gate type games, Solasta Crown of the Magister scratches that itch. We are waiting for Baldur's Gate to get a little bit more stable. We tried to play that with Draco and Dash, but it wasn't super stable at the time, so we stopped. But I've been hearing people talk a little bit more about it. Is the Solasta Crown of the Magister, is that comparable, basically? Kind of a D&D style game. I'll tell you this much. I will play Baldur's Gate before I ever play D&D again. Sorry, Draco. Hopefully he's not here right now. Guys, there's just something about D&D. I can't get into it. I tried so hard because so many people who are important to me in my life live and breathe on D&D. And I would love to be one of those guys with them. I just can't do it. It's too much like work. I'm sorry. There's too much to remember. There's too many spell slots. There's too many like, well, you can't do that because of X and this and that. And then the fact that everything in that game, the entire life of that character that you've poured your heart and soul into developing, you've developed their backstory, you've developed their power set, you've developed their whole personality. You've done all of this stuff to it. The character's an extension of yourself. And then a bad dice roll, literally a bad dice roll, can mean life and death. That does sound satanic to me, Lars. So satanic. Nah, Satanic Panic stuff. Whatever. I tell you what, I've been looking at my YouTube analytics, and one of the best performing videos I ever did was the Satanic Panic over Pokemon. So I'm wondering if I shouldn't bring back some Satanic Panic content. I think that could be fun. I just got to find the right thing. But that hit. That got like 300 some odd views, which is huge for me. That is massive. I don't know if it was just Pokemon that brought people in, or if it was the style of video, or if people like me and find me interesting. I don't know what it was, but people watched that video. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm trying to figure out how I can like bottle whatever it was that made that video so fun and like replicate it. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Just kind of moving all this stuff out so I can grab it easier. All right. So it looks like we're probably going to start on... Yeah, we're going to start on the wall that goes behind right here. Just double checking. I think that looks right. Double checking I didn't miss. Hang on. You see that? Hold on. I know I'm going to miss a detail in this. There was one. It's kind of like Where's Waldo, right? Or can you spot the difference in these two pictures? If you can spot the difference, it's because you forgot something and you're bad at Lego. Okay, I think we're okay. All right. This spot right here had me concerned, but it is showing. Dies by one fireball or a backstab, yeah. Especially when wizards die by a stick. Yeah, something stupid. Like, so the thing that got me, right, is I was creating a character. One sec. I was creating a character that I wanted him to have a certain personality, right? I wanted him to be like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. Cool? Like that his sense of humor. However, I also wanted him to be like Drax where he could like pull things off, right? Like he would rush into combat, but he would also like, you know, part of his charm is that he's good at what he does. That's why he's so confident, right? I basically was trying to just create somebody confident because I'm so not confident. All right, we got a real world ban. I have decided that the real world, the IRL word bans start when I notice them. Okay, there you go. Thank you. So it starts now that I have noticed it. The timer has started. Because before somebody banned one in a conversation that I was currently having. That wasn't very fair. But now, this is fair. I appreciate it, Troy. Okay. If I say that banned word, then I gift a sub. So let's see if we can do it. Anyway, so I was creating this guy. I was basically creating somebody confident because I'm so not confident in real life that I wanted to play somebody confident and capable. And even though like he had a weird sense of humor, he was still capable, you know? Or had almost no sense of humor, really, like Drax. So, you know, in that confidence, he would try to pull something off and it just wouldn't work. Like, cause I'd roll a 1 or I almost said worse, but yeah, I'd roll a 1. And it's like, okay, like, so really at the end of the day, oh, here's hydration. I'm not sure why that didn't play, Clumsy. That was working earlier. That thing is so hit or miss. You're more than welcome to try to guide the conversation, Troy, to see if you can trap me. That's fine. But I am going to try my best. So at the end of this, it basically, my character, instead of being like, yeah, maybe a little silly, whereas he doesn't know, he doesn't get like social cues and stuff, but he was supposed to be a capable fighter. He was supposed to be graceful and interesting and all this, right? And by the end of this campaign, he just turns into a bumbling fool. Honestly, like he does, strictly because of the kind of roles that happened. And like some of it is the way that I play it. I understand that. But like because of some of these roles, all of a sudden now this guy's just, I mean, he literally, the entire party just sees him as a bumbling idiot now. And no matter how much I try to like redeem him, when it comes down to a dice roll, how are you supposed to do that? So I don't like the opportunity for chance within D&D, especially when your character is supposed to be like, you've designed that character to be a highly trained, efficient person, and then they're just bumbling around. And I guess that might be what most people like about D&D, but not what I like about it. What I liked about it was when things did work and when you're just kind of having a good time with friends, and the story is interesting, and there's like these cool implications and these cool, like, combat was actually pretty interesting until you rolled something wrong. Yeah, like there's some of it. That's what D&D is about. See, and that's why eventually I came to the decision that I just don't like D&D. Right? Like, if that is what D&D is, which it is, completely understand, then that's just not something I feel like I want to invest my time in. You know, there's so many things in this life that we can invest our time into, and it just, yeah, it just isn't that. And it hurt me for a while because I was just like, I really want to like this. I love the people who like it. It was no fault of any DM I ever had or anybody that I've ever played with. It just came down to like, I just don't like it. I don't like it, you know? That's really where it all kind of hinged for me. And once I realized that, I was able to be like, okay, well, you know, I'm not going to make anybody mad if it's just simply like I gave it a fair shot. I really gave it a fair shot. I played it for years, guys. Like, literally years. And there's people in my life I wouldn't have met if I hadn't played it, so I'm happy for that. But there we go. I really want to play D&D, but that may mostly be because I want to make a cool fantasy character. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that's cool. Maybe next time roll up a bumbling idiot and maybe he'll morph into a character you wanted. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. That was not my only character. That was just was that the last? Yeah, I don't even think that was the last character. But that was a character I really had put some time in developing, like a backstory and, you know, all the stuff you're supposed to do, you know. And it just didn't pan out. And that character died. I'm okay with that. Like that, you know, that is also part of the game, that death can happen, which is why you got to be careful. But like, it just felt so, the death felt so empty when I felt like I didn't have a say in it. If I had messed up, like personally did something that like got him killed, I'd be like, well, that stinks, but I see what I did there. That makes sense. But no, it was like just a series of bad rolls, a series of like, bad things that got me into a position that I couldn't help, you know. So that's not my only experience with D&D, is just that one character that ended up dying, and I said, well, screw it. I've had many D&D forays, and some of them were great, some of them were like me, but most of the time, oops, oh, I put this in the wrong place. Oh no. Come on, there we go. There we go. What's your favorite set? Mine's Landspeeder. Not sure why. Maybe because of the color. The Landspeeder's pretty nice. My favorite set. Jeez. You know, honestly, it might be the Razor Crest. As much as I love the Millennium Falcon, the Razor Crest is so nice. And if they ever do a UCS version of that, I try not to call a UCS version one of my favorite sets because, oh, you can see the sun coming in now. Because I don't feel like that's super accessible for most people. So I like to try to pick like a normal set. I might have to close this real quick. Hang on one sec for me. The sun coming in is gonna mess with the lighting. Get out of here, son. You son. Nobody asked you to be here, son. Ooh. I really want to get the Razor Crest. You should get it as soon as you can, just because it's been out for a while, so it might start to be hard to come by. It is a great set. It's a good display piece. It's just all around like one of my favorite. Whoops. And I know, like, if like Draco or Dash were here right now, they'd have a whole bunch of comebacks to me about, like, well, that's because, like, you got to do this and you got to do it. And there probably are things that I could have changed in my D&D experience. But overall, it just, after giving it shot after shot after shot, after playing 5, 6, 7 characters, I had to call it. I'm not going to say never. I'm not going to say I'll never play it again. But it wasn't one bad experience, right? It also wasn't one DM either. Your D&D experience is so reliant on the DM. Bad DMs either go out of their way to put party in stitches that just aren't fair, or outright try to kill the party for kicks. Yeah, it wasn't that. I feel like I probably had some of the best DMs, like, ever. Like, both Dash and Draco have been DMs for me, and they were awesome. They were really, really cool. So I don't think that was it. I don't think, but I've had several. And the experience kind of, for me, remained the same across DMs. I'd have some nights where I'm like, this is so much fun. This is great. Like, things are awesome. And then, you know, the story goes in a direction, not the story, but like your character goes in a direction that you didn't really want it to go in, but you feel trapped because you did a roll the bad way. Like, it was all down to luck. And it's like, okay, my character would have never said that, but because I rolled a 1, he has to say X or Y, or he has to bumble over his words or something, or miss something obvious that's right in front of him that this character would have seen because he has good eyesight, simply because I rolled a 1. And then that thing stabs me in the back because I didn't see it. You know what I mean? So maybe they play a little more hardcore. I make it sound like it was super, like, a super hardcore campaign. It really wasn't. That's the thing, is that, like, it wasn't really a hardcore campaign. So I think it just came down to, like, the experience of it on a whole, not just my one experience, but the experience on a whole is just something I ended up not enjoying. It just didn't, I ended up, like, I always thought it was like, well, it's because I never gave it a chance, you know? And so when I really gave it a chance, like, really took it serious, started trying to, like, make myself have fun, is kind of actually when D&D fell apart for me. And it just wasn't fun anymore, you know? And there's so much else I have to do in my life that it's like I gotta have time for other things, you know. I don't want to end up having 2 Razor Crests though. Then again, I might. I mean, yeah, no, I would get this one. I don't know if that UCS Razor Crest is coming out or not. I'm hedging my bets that it is. But now, looking at when the next Mando season is coming out, I'm a little skeptical that this set that they're rumoring is the... Because I would think they'd want to, like, position that along with, like, the new season or something. One can go to my work office, true. Yeah, you're going to run out of space quick, dude. You exploded into this hobby quicker than I expected you to. And so you haven't had any chance to evolve your space into the hobby. Oh boy, oh boy. Ozzy, hey. Batten down the hatches, everybody. Here comes Ozzy with a raid of 8 viewers. Welcome, everybody. How's it going? Let's do a shout out for Ozzy. What were you guys doing this morning? Or Fro. I think you guys call him Fro, right? Deponia. What is Deponia? It sounds familiar. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. For those of you that are new, my name is Nonder. Most of the time here on Saturday morning, recently, we've been building Lego sets together. And we are doing the Death Star Trench Run diorama right now, which has just some of the most beautiful greebles I have ever seen. Look at that. Let's just admire that for a second. But we also play games here too. You just caught us on a Saturday morning stream. So I hope you're all doing well. If you like what you see here today, shoot me a follow. Come back sometime. I'd love to see you again. Deponia. But a whole range of stuff tonight. Played 3 games. Wow, I had a whole bunch of chaos with my brother and then bugged out my point-and-click adventure game into a save-breaking bug. Oh, no. Dude, point-and-click adventure games. I really need to... I've said this before, but I really need to play Monkey Island on stream because those are so much fun. Point-and-clicks are so much fun. Such nostalgia. I played the crap out of Monkey Island as a kid. It's good stuff. You got it into a save-breaking bug. Oof. Ooh. That's what made us stop playing Baldur's Gate, too. We broke it. All right, where was I? We're putting these bad boys on here. Yeah, right here. I know I'm gonna miss a detail somewhere. Okay, I think everything is present and accounted for. Taking a quick look. Okay, all right. Well, good. I'm glad you all had a good time tonight. 3 different games. You got like a variety going on now for sure. Okay. There we go. We've been talking doom and gloom about the world, especially the US right now. I've been trying to bring the mood back up from there. But, you know, it's been a good time so far. Where is that slope piece? Am I missing something? Is there another 4? Okay, there should be a 2 slope somewhere. Where are you? Uh-oh. All right, let's start sorting. Let's not panic just yet. Wasn't intentional. Well, yeah. I've seen this build myself. It looks insane. It looks great. I can't wait for it to be done. It's going to be such a good display piece. Oh, there it is, right here. Okay, we're fine. I panicked just a little bit. Let me move everything up. Time's up. Didn't notice you say the word. I'm pretty... Oh, wait. I did say it. I just told everybody who came in from the raid that we were building a Lego set. Technically, you didn't catch me. I think you did, but I didn't notice. The word was Lego. I'm pretty sure I said we were building a Lego set when you came in. Monkey Island was great. I tried to replay Grim Fandango, which I played and finished 20 years ago. The puzzles were so nonsensical. Yeah, I didn't remember it being as repetitive and put this into this until something happens. Yeah. For distracting me. I did say it. So is the rule that I have to be caught? Somebody's got to call me out on it, right? Can I try to sneak it in without anybody noticing? What's the rule here? Deponia reminds chat a lot of Monkey Island. Really? Okay. I might have to check that out then, too. I'm very excited for the new Monkey Island as well. Okay, what do we think, chat? So the IRL word ban, if I say that word within a 15-minute time period, I have to give a sub to chat, to
Credits
somebody in
Builder
chat.
Fund.
You said it. Honesty game, bro.
I did say it though. However, no one caught me. So is the rule I have to be caught, or should we be honest? I can be honest. I did say it, and I didn't intentionally say it or anything like that. I just forgot, which I think is the point, right? All right. I agree with honesty. It was caught by yourself. All right. True. All right, we'll gift a sub. What do we just want to do random, Troy? Since we got a lot of new people in here, we could do random, or you said you had an idea, and I'm okay with whatever you want. Whoever redeems it gets to essentially pick. If they want it themselves, they can have it. If they want to gift it to a certain person, they can, or if they want to gift random. That's completely up to you. I did catch it. Why did I catch it? Dang it. We got the whole series on Switch for like $5. Oh, it's on Switch too? Oh, even better. Even better. Bum, ba-da. 1, 2. Okay. Just making sure. Because I feel like I skipped around here. Random rolls are always fun. Okay, cool. Let's do random. Let me go to this scene. Sorry, I am inside chat right now. Dude. Hang on, I'll have something to talk about with that in a second. Let's do random. I have to get it open here. Gift a sub. Here we go. Random rolls it is. Bye-bye. And make sure everything's here. Make sure you're not seeing my card info. Okay, here we go. Drum roll, please.
Why, you stuck
Ooh.
up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerve
Herder.
N0 End gifted a tier 1 sub to Wettest Orb.
Wettest Orb. To Orb. That's a good one. That's a good one. Orb's a good person. So excellent. Everybody here is, but he's also, are they, I'm not sure, are the wettest of orbs that I know. Hey, Dutch Daddy does. He was napping while I was streaming. Excellent. All right, well, wake up to a surprise. So thank you, Troy, for that. I appreciate it. That is the IRL word ban. Oh, speaking of which, I don't want to flex on y'all right now. Okay, but I'm going to flex on you for a second, okay? For the past 30 days, I have been doing push-ups every single day. 10 push-ups at 10 different times during the day, so 100 push-ups a day total. And I don't know about you, but just now I noticed, look at these arms. Look at these arms. Look at that. Like, I know they're not muscular, right? But like there's some definition going on here. And like right here too. What is going on? Maybe I have to stop wearing black t-shirts. Right? So I'm doing something a little bit different now, because I'm trying to just be more consistent. That's my biggest problem, is like I'll do something for a while and I'll just stop because it's too much. I try to take on too much too quick. And so I started by I'm just going to do 100 push-ups every day. I start doing them on my knees, right? Like I'm not going to go crazy. I could almost never do a push-up before this. My upper body strength is like nothing. I've got good leg strength, but my upper body strength is nothing. So I started doing push-ups and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do 100 a day just throughout the day. And so I'm using Finch to track that. So I have 10 different events scheduled or goals in Finch that say do 10 push-ups. So when I get up in the morning, I do a couple and I mark it off. And then throughout the day, I'll just go over here. I have like a yoga mat over here and I'll just knock out some push-ups, right? Well, I've been seeing such good results from that. Like, honestly, seeing, like, feeling muscles finally for the first time. Yeah, I'm going to start wearing no sleeve tops. I don't think I'm ever going to get, like, super muscular, but I've been noticing the benefits of it a lot. And so I decided to kind of take that idea and expand it just a little bit more. Because, again, I don't want to make it too complicated. But now I'm doing, so like Charles is on the right thing, doing some wide, doing some narrow, doing a little more spaced, kind of doing some variety in it. I've also started in the last week doing them off of my knees, like full on push-ups. And for the first time in my life, I did about 90 of those push-ups off of my knees, like normal standard push-ups. And I was shocked. So seeing that progress has been wild. So now I'm going to do, I'm going to add on to that. I'm going to do the 10 push-ups. Then I'm also going to do 10 sit-ups and then 10 squats as well. So I'll end up doing 100 of each of those each day as well. And so far, I did it yesterday. Piece of cake. Like, not, it doesn't take up too much time. By the time I'm done, I'm a little out of breath. So I'm getting my heart rate up and going. It's been working so much. I've just seen so much benefit from being consistent, and I was just so inconsistent in the past. Just like I'd go weeks working out and everything would be great, and then I'd just quit. And it's like, because I was like, I'm going to work out an hour every single day, and it's like, that's just not sustainable for me, at least not right now. You know, and I just wanted to see some kind of results. Do burpees, combine squats and push-ups as a great all-around exercise. That's actually a great idea. I might incorporate burpees at some point. My goal is to like just build the confidence up again, and actually build some strength. And then once I feel like I'm getting a little stronger, I will modify. So burpees is an excellent idea. But I think I'm going to ease into it. But man, I've noticed like over even like a week after I started doing it, I feel like I'm getting stronger. Just getting a little bit stronger here and there. How about that, guys? You work out, you feel a little bit stronger every day. That's pretty nice. It feels sustainable. I can't believe it's been 30 days already. Finch helps me track that. I should get sponsored by this app. This app, I swear, I have used obsessively for like 3 months now. It's been wild. And I get a nice little dopamine hit when I hit done, and it gives me like a, yay, you did it, you know? And it helps me keep track. I don't have to think like, wait, was I at 30 or was I at 40? I just section them off into 10 sections each. I'd show you, but my phone is currently being used here. I just section them off and then mark them off when I'm done as I go. It's been great. I'm very happy with it so far. I'm guilty. I've been using it. I have not been using it like I wanted. You got to get back on it, man. Let's go. I've noticed you hadn't been around for a little while. How's the GeForce H2O sponsorship going? Should I check the email right now? I haven't checked the email in a couple days. Hang on. Let me switch over. Let me check real quick. Let's see. June. Social. Twitter, Instagram. Stream Elements, Twitch. CForce. Info at CForce. Yeah, nope. No reply. I need to start a counter. Because that was May 12th and we're 29 days, right? We're almost a month exactly from no GeForce sponsorship. CForce. GeForce is the hamster movie or the guinea pig movie. CForce is Chuck Norris's water. Yeah, we're getting ghosted. I'm not surprised, guys. Like, really, I'm not. It was just a fun thing. It'll be kind of funny to continue to track that, like how many days we've gone without a CForce sponsorship. Give me your invite code. Oh yeah, sure. It's on my phone right now. I'll have to do it after stream. The phone is this, what you're looking at. So I'll have to do it after stream. I can post it in Discord. I'll post it in Discord for anybody who might want it. I'm gonna forget that. Help me remember, Troy. Give me a reminder, okay? Okay. All right. Still going with the Greebles. Okay, excellent. Inconceivable. How do they like that well-worded email crafted by a committee from this channel? How could they ignore that, you know? I'm sure nobody even monitors that box, really. Like, to have a public email box like that, I'm sure that there's like keywords that people are looking for, but like lawsuit and stuff like that. Like, if they're about to get sued, they might pay attention to that box, but otherwise, I don't know, guys. I doubt it. And it didn't seem like they had a big presence on social media, right? Because if they did, do they have a Twitter? Thank you. Nice. Do they have a Twitter? Because maybe we should reach out on Twitter or something. Maybe we'd get better luck that way. Just, you know, spam them on Twitter until they answer. Ooh, look at that. That is gonna be a stand for one of the ships. Whenever it's clear, we're supposed to suspend our belief that there's something holding it up, right? Because it's clear. Whoa.
Dutch Daddy does donate
$4.20. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 420. Dang. Dutch Daddy does $4.20. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're wiping Troy's name off the leaderboard. Twitch was being until. That's a good enough reason for me. I appreciate that. So, I mean, honestly, donations, everything comes to me through donations. I don't have to share nothing with Twitch. So I'll take it. I appreciate it. I think I pay like a small fee to Stream Elements for like sending it to my bank account, kind of like Venmo. But other than that, I get pretty much all of it. So thank you. I just searched C-Force and your tweet about it was the first one to pop up. Nice. Should be top donator. Kidding. Eh. If we ever get to the point where like donations become a big portion of the stream, I'll add a top donation for sure. Yeah. I missed a part here somewhere. Yeah, right here. I knew I was gonna do it. This needs to go right here. Oh, whoa, wait, not that close. Not that close. Right there, okay. And then that way this piece can go on here. We did that. Man, see, it's so easy to skip. To skip a step. All right. Yeah, see, we got all the way down here. Before we noticed, or before I noticed. I'm not sure why but Dutch Daddy does 420. I like the look of that up there. It's a win-win. Let's see. Well, if it was top donator, Troy, you still wouldn't be top donator because Bobby, back in the day, Bobby gave $30. So he was the top donation for a while. Quite a while, actually. Need to do 690. Yep, we can do that one. Yeah, I could at Chuck Norris. I feel a little bit bad because I feel like Chuck Norris, well, first off, he's not super affiliated with C-Force. He's kind of just in their marketing, right? And they mentioned on their site. Okay, it's turned around. I was like, something looks really weird right now. Okay, we're gonna spin it around. Let me just make sure. Okay. They mentioned that, like, you know, don't reach out to us for Chuck Norris stuff. And then the fact that his what is it called? His Cameo is kind of down for right now. I wonder how he's doing lately. He's getting a little old. Yeah, I mean, if you could donate 42,069. Or $420. Yeah. I like Troy's number better. That would be a wild donation. That's like Mr. Beast level. That's not gonna happen until Mr. Beast joins the chat, right? It's not gonna happen. Bebo loves when you say 69. But then also, yeah, he's somehow amazed that you know the secret to this mystery number. You have won Bebo's respect.
Credits.
Never say never. I mean, yeah, it could happen, but see, then Small Levi comes in with the 2 pennies. Thank you. We were just talking about your pennies earlier and how much I appreciate them. And sometimes Levi is so generous that he doesn't even put anything in the text. He doesn't even need the text to speech. He just wants to give. He has a giving heart. I don't know if Mr. Beast doesn't do the whole going into streams anymore thing, does he? I don't think he does. I think he did that pretty early on, but now he's literally building Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Like, I was just watching that video the other day. I haven't finished it yet, but like, holy cow. He's just like, he guy is insane. So I don't think he's doing that anymore. I guess somebody else is probably picking up that torch, but yes, he built Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And then he had he sold these chocolate bars, and then they had golden tickets in them. And some people won the ability to, they're playing games in his chocolate factory. And he says he's going to give them the chocolate factory at the end of the video, but I haven't finished the video yet, so I don't know. His pennies. I remember we were building that over here as well in Amsterdam. They're making one in Amsterdam. That's cool. It seems like a cool idea for a it seems like a pretty cool idea for like a theme park, right? Especially if it was a faithful recreation. All right, we're on to number 5. I have a lot of leftover pieces, which I am honestly worried about. Let's take a quick look. That's on 5. Hang on, let's go back up here. Let's just kind of double check, especially the tops of these where studs are exposed. There might be... I don't see anything off the cuff here, but this is a lot of extra pieces over here. I'm going to assume that they are going to give you a lot of extra pieces in this particular build, because they're so small. So maybe we're fine. That's a lot of extra pieces from all the bags we've done so far. So they were, not sure if they're still working on it. How does he have just a stupid amount? So he was on, there's a great video. If you're interested in Mr. Beast at all, which honestly, I'm not like a huge, hyper fan. I do think that what he does, especially early on, is a pretty cool, just giving people stuff. There's a video that someone just did. If I had my phone, I could share it with you. He did an interview where they basically just bought a huge factory in his hometown, or a huge warehouse. And he's talking about all the stuff he's going to do. And he talks a little bit about how he came up and how he started and how crazy it was. Literally, his first video that went viral was him just giving money to a homeless person, right? And then every video he got sponsored from there on out and got a little bit of money, he'd put it right back into the next video. And he just built it from slowly but surely over time, built it into just a freaking empire right now. The guy is wild. Yeah, and his content isn't something that I really love, but I do respect the hustle, and I do respect that he does give a lot of money to a lot of people. And that is kind of the whole shtick of the channel, you know? But yeah. I'm not big on, like, his style isn't something I really like. The, like, yell at camera, like, I did this, and I'm gonna do it. And, like, but, however, some of the stuff he pulls off, like, ends up being pretty wild. Oh, see, we did this part wrong. This needs to be down one more. It was hard to see on the other page, but now that we know, we can move it over. There we go. See, because that needs to meet up like that. But it's just interesting in the respect of, like, content creation in general, what he's doing. Be very hard for people to try to replicate, even though people have tried. Oh, Bebo. Okay. It's all coming together now. We're hitting 8:30 a.m., which means I do need to probably try to speed things up a little bit, because that boy is going to be waking up probably any minute, and I typically like to be done around 9.
Hello there.
Hello there. Miffymoo82, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Hello there, hello there. A very fitting sound now with the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I hope we get a hello there at least once in that series. I think we need at least one good-natured hello there from Obi-Wan. Oh, you know what I wish would happen? This might be is it spoiler territory? Back to the backyard. All right, man. I am mowing today myself. I'm not looking forward to it because it is going to be a scorcher today, but I literally cannot put it off any longer. So I'm going to put on some music. I'm going to put on a ton of sunscreen and some shorts and a tank, and I'm just going to sweat. And I'm going to drink a lot of water, and I'm just going to let it happen. I'm just going to embrace the hot and hopefully not die. This is a lo-fi version of, what is this? Yeah, Sugar, We're Going Down. This is supposed to be Star Wars lo-fi, but for the wrong team. I'm going to put that up. Down, down, in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down, swinging. I'll be your number one. This would be weird for people on the VOD, because there's no music on the VOD. If you're watching this on the VOD, shout out. I appreciate you. Join us live where you can actually hear some music sometimes. Bullet. Yeah, I like Fall Out Boy. I'm not gonna apologize. It'll be the perfect clip. Oh no. I've been dying to tell you anything you wanna hear. That's just who I am this week. Liam. I'm just a notch in your bedpost, but you're just a line in the sand. Something? I think that's the lyrics. Don't quote me on that. For the wrong team. Going down, down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be a number one with a bullet. A loaded gun, complex, cock it and pull it. Yeah, there we go. No, louder in confidence. Nope. If it was the real song, I might be able to do louder, but yeah. Killed the wall? Nice, GG. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, is that it? Is that everything on here? Yeah, there we go. I need a couple drinks in me before I can do that, Troy. The Office. Do you think that smoking drugs is cool? Doing alcohol is cool? I forgot all the stuff on this side. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay. Then this thing. Does it just pop right in there? It just pops right in there. All right, cool. Is this Prison Mike Lo-Fi? This is Prison Mike Lo-Fi. I'm playing Journey and turn God mode on because I just want to explore. I have always wanted to play that game because it looks gorgeous, and I've just never got around to it. I missed something on this side here too. Hang on. Yeah. It's one of these. Okay. Sorry, I'm building like off screen there. Ah, it fell off again. Was the Dementors? Oh, that's Terraria? I thought you meant the game Journey. There's a game called Journey. Oh, I've played Terraria. I've sunk a lot of time in Terraria. Next in, Troy's gonna try and get Nader drunk, get him off his humps. Yeah, if we ever went to do karaoke, I would definitely need some drinks in me before I would do that. For sure. I got plenty of beer. No, like, and I wouldn't mind. It's just I'm very in my head about everything, so I would definitely need something like that to get me out of my comfort zone. For sure. I actually would like to do that sometime. I don't want to get, like, plastered or anything, but it wouldn't take much for me. I'm a lightweight. I don't feel like I ever want to get, like, so drunk that I would, like, forget things. That terrifies me. I would like to remain in control, but yet a little bit liberated. You know what I mean? But that's about it. All right. Dutch Daddy Does is gonna lurk. A Lakewood, just one of those? Yeah. I don't even know what that is, but I believe you. Oh. I did it. Wait. Oh, okay. That threw me for a loop. I thought this was supposed to have a stud on it, but it will once I put this on. Then it has a stud on it. Okay. You stud. Shadow Spider, hello. Shadow 8 Spider. Good morning. Is good dark beer made locally? I don't know if I'm a huge fan of beer, but I would try it. Okay. I think that's it. This one's interesting, huh? I'm getting a little bit worried. I might have to speed this up a little bit. It's taken a little bit longer than I thought. I've been really slow this morning though too, because I got such a rough start, you know. Okay, where do you go? You go right here. That look about right? Yeah, right there. Excellent. Oh, good morning. I was just telling Dutch that I got to hard mode for the first time, and I'm playing Journey mode with God mode on. Okay, gotcha. I just saw Journey and thought you were talking about that. There's that like really stylized game called Journey. But yeah, I have played Terraria. I haven't played it in a long time though, but I played the crap out of that one. I built a whole lot. I like building in that one. And I love digging as deep as I can go and getting into like what do they call like the bottom world in Terraria? I don't remember. It's been so long. Bebo's getting anxious. Familiar. Okay. Oh, sorry. I keep building stuff off the screen here. I'm trying not to. I'm go a little bit closer so you can see. Okay, we're going to do that 2 times after we, actually finish it. Get ahead of myself. I'm the worst. I'm the worst at getting ahead of myself on this stuff. I'm just the worst. We are building this right here. This is the 75329 Death Star Trench diorama, one of the newer diorama sets that they just kind of came out with. I got this during the May the 4th Be With You sale, and just now getting around to building it. So yeah, it should look really cool when it's done. All these little details are just wild. Okay, here we go. So one of these goes right here. Whoops. It just broke apart again. No. See, this is why we use Craggle. The Lego Movie had it all wrong. Craggle's fine. Come on. I am basically Will Ferrell from that movie. Not in general, just from that movie. If Will Ferrell was into Star Wars instead of like his city stuff, that'd be me. Okay. All right. Goes right. Oh, I forgot. See, I'm getting ahead of myself again. I forgot to put these things on. Jeez. Yeah, Star Wars is pretty great, man. Especially Lego Star Wars. I mean, I love Lego in general, but I would say Lego Star Wars is kind of where my passion lies. I don't have the space or the money to go beyond Lego Star Wars at this point in my life. You know, I had to pick a theme. And if I had to pick a theme, it definitely would be Star Wars, you know. Let's move that out a little bit. I might be too close to that mic. Okay. So those are all in place and ready to go. Looks like we're going to be building a turbo laser here. Here's some Minecraft lo-fi for you. Man, that classic Minecraft music. Whew. Heard that so many times. Okay. So now let's move it this way. We'll put it right there. Excellent. Are my sounds not working? Why is cabbage not working?
Cabbage.
So it works when I redeem it. Can you redeem that one more time, Troy? I don't know why. Try it now. I'm curious because the roundhouse kick of hydration also didn't work.
Cabbage.
It's weird. It's like, do I have to run one first before they work? It's so weird. It's so hit and miss. Yeah, it worked that time. Well, thank you. I am indeed a cabbage. Oops. I hit the mic. Okay. Now we're going to add... Let's go back.
Cabbage.
See, it works now. I don't understand why it didn't work the first time. Yeah, I don't get it. Cabbage. For those of you not in the know, that sound clip comes courtesy of Clumsy Artist. Technically, she was in Jordan's stream. He was in Discord, in just an open Discord channel. And I think it was kind of one of their community insults to call somebody a cabbage. And so just out of nowhere, she jumps into Discord, says cabbage, and then runs. And it's been a meme ever since.
Cabbage, 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 cabbage.
That actually works pretty good with that accent too. So technically, I'm holding that meme at a ransom. That ransom is if Jordan ever comes back to stream, not full time, but at least on some kind of like schedule, I'm going to give it back to him. That's a legend for those of you who don't know. If he comes back to stream, I will give it back to him. But until then, it's mine. It's now become my meme. So we really have that here for Clumsy, because Clumsy likes calling people cabbage. Mod history, all the band terms. Some of the band terms are jokes. Kind of. Most of them are Caleb just doing jokes. K Dizzle. Oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, there's a turbo laser right here. Pew 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 pew. This Jordan was their username. Demo Jordan? No. It's Legend. Legend 317 or something like that. And he uses like Leet Speak in his name too. So it's like L3. I don't remember, but yeah. Just another person named Jordan. Yeah. His real name's Jordan. Easier to say than his actual like username, you know. I thought this was gonna be a turbo laser, but I guess not. It's just gonna sit right here and attach to this. And attach to this. Oh. There we go. Cool. All right. I'll take it. Okay, and it looks like the wall is going up now. Let's build that wall. No, wait. Don't do that. Never mind. I didn't say anything. All right, let's put this up. One more pass through. Hang on. Let me look and make sure I didn't miss anything. Not that, you know, with like greebles and stuff, you probably wouldn't notice, you know, but I would. Like even me, I probably wouldn't notice if I missed one. Because like, you know, there isn't any one way that this is supposed to look. I could probably even take the rest of these pieces and add them in as my own greebles if I wanted to. And probably be fine. All right, let's see. How does this attach? This is looking like it's going to like fall into here. Yeah, hang on. Oh, okay. I feel something clicking in. Ooh, nice. No wall chat, yeah. Let's move that bus. Everything keeps falling apart. So, see, it's these pieces right here that are attaching to that. These right here are going in here, which I assume there's pins on that side. So we're going to use pins to keep it up in place. And that one's attaching to that one. Interesting. Okay. Not how I would have thought. We're probably going to go right to the pins. Yep. Okay, we'll spin it around. And then a gray pin. Not sure why they're different colors, but, you know. Oh, one's longer than the other. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. That makes it nice and strong. There it is. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is neat. I like this a lot. All right, bag number 6, final bag. So yeah, maybe we're actually gonna finish this quicker than I thought. What is this? Whoops. All right, there you go. Now I bet we're gonna be building the ships, the ship models that go into the trench run. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of... Wow, it's crazy to think that, like, just these pieces right here will kind of complete the build. That's pretty wild. Okay. Let's start. Gray. Okay. And on top. All right. Spin it around. Then we got these little hook things here. Where are that? Okay, there's one. There's two of those. I need to move over and build right here. There we go. All right. And then this is a clear one. One of these. Yeah. Had to look this up. According to Wikipedia, the earliest recorded use of the term greeble found to date was by those working on the special effects for Star Wars. Yep. A group who would later become Industrial Light and Magic. They also described this design method as guts on the outside. That is so accurate and so true. Oh, looks like this is gonna be a little TIE fighter, huh? Yeah, because it just like added, they used a bunch of stuff around. I mean, pretty much Star Wars is greebles, right? I mean, even like the lightsabers and stuff that they made, they would just like glue interesting things together to make something that looked like it had a purpose. But like all of this here kind of looks like it would have some kind of purpose. This now kind of looks like it's some kind of ventilation, right? All these pipes that are going in different directions. So that they kind of trick your brain into thinking that there's a purpose to it, but like really it's just to add that detail. Oh, I just noticed what this clear piece looks like. Look at this, guys. Hold on. Let me focus. That is the most unique clear piece I have ever seen. That's the TIE Fighter windscreen. I didn't even see it when I first put it on. Look at that. Look at that little guy. This is the kind of piece that will be worth something someday. Because this is such a unique piece that will not be printed for any other reason other than this set. Because it's a clear, round, like it is only going to be printed for micro scale TIE fighters. Like that is almost the exclusive use for that. So a piece like that, eventually, one day, could very well be worth a lot of money. Unless they build a bunch of these diorama sets with more TIE fighters. Maybe there'll be different scenes. Then they can reuse these, which I would bet we're going to see some. But like, holy cow. Like that's a great example of a piece that is going to be worth something someday. Because it's so specialized, you know? It looks like a clear lemon slice, yeah. Star Wars is just glorified Parliament of Magpies. What is Parliament of Magpies? What does that mean? I haven't heard that expression before. Yeah, I suppose they could use it in... They have like those little polybag micro builds that they do. Let me get you back out here so I can focus again. They could potentially do some of those. So it all kind of depends, but even still, even if they end up using some of it, it's still going to be a pretty unique piece. Oops, I didn't put, in my excitement, I didn't put the rest of this on. What a clever way to build a TIE fighter, too. This scale interests me a lot, guys. Like, I actually really, really like this scale. You can get so much detail in such a small space. If I ever go back to like building mocks, I would love to try my hand at some micro scale stuff. Look at that. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew. Parliament of Magpies is like a murder of crows. Think magpies are also congregation. Lego. That's an automated bot, by the way. That's not actually Troy. I mean, it is him because he made it, but there was actually a... Have you guys been watching that Lego Masters show? I've been getting caught up on the second season. I've been getting caught up, and they actually... Somebody said that in one of them, and even Will Arnett was like, actually, it's not Lego. Legos is. Legios. Oh, did you add that? Did you add that as a term on the fly, Troy? Oh, man. Oh, it just goes right up in there. Just stick it in there. This is the coolest little TIE fighter. Look at that. That's adorable. It even makes the Empire look adorable. Hey, good morning, Octi. How are you? This makes the Empire look just super adorbs. All right. You were going to go. Let me get my focus right again. Go. You're going to go right here. Excellent. Okay. All right. That's one TIE fighter down. Yeah, this scale is so interesting to me. I love this. I have another one of this scale that was an exclusive set that you got, like, I think on one of the Star Wars days a couple of years ago. And it's a Death Star 2. And so instead of, like, the X-Wings, it has, like, A-Wings and stuff on it. Yeah, so that's part of what Troy's building, Charles. He's trying to build a more sophisticated bot for us than the Stream Elements one. So he currently has it tied, I think, to his own name instead of Bebo, but we're working on it. Put a thing in arts and crafts. All right, cool. We'll check it out in a bit. Remind me, because I will forget. There it is. This is gonna be another, I think this is, oh, this is Darth Vader's TIE fighter. Oh yeah, you can tell. Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm supposed to put that piece. That piece is for R2-D2. Let's see, can we zoom in on that? Yeah, that's R2-D2's head. So that's the wrong piece for that scenario. It'll be one of these. There we go. Okay. Scrolling. All right, this one has another TIE fighter. Another TIE fighter piece. There it is. Excellent. Those pieces are just so interesting to me. Like, I wouldn't have even expected them to put that level of detail on a micro build like this, but the fact that they did, like, is really cool. All right. Then we also got some more lasers. Oh, they're showing that you can offset them too to make it look more like one of them's firing kind of off balance like that. That's kind of cool. I like that. I'm going to take that advice. Okay. Now we're going to build his wings. One, 2, and 3. And then over the side with one of these. That's pretty clever how they made that match up. The slopes on these match up perfectly when you do it that way. Look at that. Clever, clever boy. Here we go. That was from Doctor Who, for those of you who didn't know. River Song. Man, I love these lo-fi mixes. It's so clever. You take like almost any song and make it lo-fi. I wish I had that idea. If I was a music maker right now, by the way, I would be making lo-fi music. Look at that. Look at that TIE fighter. Pew, 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 pew. I can't make the TIE fighter sound. But if I was a music maker right now, I would be investing time into making some lo-fi music. And I would be putting that lo-fi music on Spotify, and I would not be copywriting any of it. And I would allow for anyone to use that music on their streams if they want. And I would use that to kind of build up my Spotify views. And then you can release your, quote unquote, real music, or the music that you want to make on top of that, now that you got eyeballs, Yeah, that one was The Office, yeah. Look at that. TIE fighters. Excellent. Okay, looks like we're doing one more, because he does have Vader's tie, and then there is the his two wingmen, who end up doing no good at all, but But yeah, if I was a musician, that is totally what I would be doing. It's kind of like what Harris Heller does. He makes like the stream beats. And of course, you still get like paid from Spotify too for the amount of plays that you get. So if, imagine if you can market yourself to streamers that like, hey, streamers, my music is safe for you to play on stream. Go for it. Imagine, people having 3 to 4 hour streams, or sometimes 24-hour streams, playing your music because it's safe and copyright free. Imagine the amount of plays you'd get, and the amount of eyeballs on your other work should you want to do other things. Yeah, that could be pretty beneficial. I kind of wish that I made music myself. That's totally what I would be doing right now, but I'm not very musically inclined. I can't keep a beat to save my life. I have no rhythm. I have a guitar over here. I know how to play some chords, but my rhythm is horrible. I just want to express how much I effing hate Ricky Gervais at this moment. I've never really liked Ricky Gervais. I don't find his comedy funny. I find him to be kind of an off-putting individual. It's not that I disagree so much with what he says sometimes, like especially with his like atheist takes. It's just the way in which he says it is just, I don't know. Did he do something recently though? Oh, and the US version is 100% superior. It's almost like the UK version didn't even try. Like, and I know like without the UK version, the US version wouldn't even exist, but like it felt very, the UK version felt very lazy to me. But did Ricky Gervais do something recently? Is he in some hot water? I've just never been a fan. I don't like that show that he did where he played like I'm going to try to use the right term, Lars. I don't think disabled would be the right term though. What was it called? I'll just not use a term at all. But it's a show where he played like a character and he was not. It didn't sit right with me. You might know what I'm talking about. I don't know. If not, then we can just drop it. Getting these lined up is hard. He was a transphobe or supported a transphobe. Okay. That kind of surprised. Neurodivergent. He played, what was the name of that show? He played I didn't watch the show, so maybe it does a better job at representing people than I giving it credit for, but I always felt like it was a little off-putting. Not Little Ricky. What was it called? I don't remember now. He was doing disability mimicry. There you go. That's a great way to put it, because I don't know exactly what he was trying to mimic, but like, yeah. And it seemed like also it was a comedy too, right? So like that automatically kind of gave me red flags. So it's just weird. It was weird. What pretended to have an intellectual disability, basically. I think I never watched it. I feel like I saw some scenes from it and was like, no thank you, like no. And that was years ago too, so that's not like a recent thing. I don't know, those things are so hard to show on screen without like making it seem like you're mocking a person, or then like if you do put somebody with that disability in the show, then does it feel like you're using that person? But I guess I would prefer that a person who actually has that disability would get paid. So at least they'd get money for it. You know, it's very complicated. It's so hard to do right. At least it seems like it's really hard to do right. I don't know. But yeah, supporting a transphobe, I don't feel like that would be... I don't know. I don't know the context there, but it doesn't seem like that would be something he would do, like that he would care, but also like I guess not super surprising. I don't know, guys. I just don't understand why people don't allow people to live their lives the way they want to live their lives and be who they want to be. I don't get the fascination with telling people what they can and can't do. As long as you're not hurting somebody, you know, as long as there's consent involved with all parties and nobody's getting hurt, you should be able to live the most authentic life that you want to live. You go for it, you know? I will support you in that. I hope that you're happy. Like why is that so hard for some people? I don't understand. The girl in A Quiet Place was actually deaf, which I thought was cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Representation like that is pretty neat. Yeah, and there's a bunch of people who are intellectually disabled and they're actors. Yeah, I mean, so like you could give some of them like a shot at that role. But then also like, would you still have to be careful? Because it could easily come off as if you're like making fun of people, right? I don't know. It's so hard. You'd almost want the entire team to be like aware and making a show or a movie carefully. I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard. Only thing with Gervais I'd ever seen him was sending some other guy to uncomfortable travel situations. It wasn't a good show. I think I remember that one too. Change is scary sometimes. This is Lo-Fi WandaVision. WandaVision. Two parents and the girl in Coda were deaf too. That was a great movie. Nice. Marlee Matlin was the first deaf disabled actress who won an Oscar. Cool. I think it's really the writing that has to be good. I think so, yeah. It's like a fine line between like using someone and representing, using somebody to help represent something. It's just not a line I'd like to live on for sure. Oh, this is a little turbo laser. Look at that. How cool that is. Just a couple of pieces can give you such cool detail. That's so cool. It's Silly Crew. What's up? I feel like we're so used to cheap humor, especially from the 90s to 2000 sitcom era. That's true. There's a lot of stuff in like the, even just like so recently that even now I look back on, I'm like, ooh, that probably wouldn't fly today. That's yikes. It's just so weird how even in the last like 20 years or so, I hesitate to say it's gotten better, but like it definitely is a different world. And I only mean better in the term of like, oh, this is so cool. In the terms of like, we're more aware of more offensive stuff like that, you know? I don't think it was better that we were offensive, but, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. This is so cool. I'm getting all hung up on this turbo laser. Look at this. That's so cool. This is really cool. This is coming together. I love this. I guess he probably should be facing this way because the X-Wing is facing that way. So we don't want him to be shooting at the ties, you know. Speaking of an X-Wing, I think we're headed into X-Wing territory now. Okay, and that's going to go right here. Okay. All right, let's see how they build a micro scale X-Wing. I've seen some micro scale X-Wings in my life that are pretty good. I'll be really interested to see. And then you got to also keep it within scale of the ties as well. So it's an interesting feat for sure. If I ever get back into building, guys, I really think I'm going to do micro scale. Because we could just make so much cool stuff with, like, a smaller amount of pieces. We just have to be a lot more detailed with it, you know? Oh, yep, there's the R2-D2 head. All right, here we go. Last night we watched a show from the 70s. It was called Superhero something, I don't know, but they made a superhero called Ghetto Man. Yeah, see, it's stuff like that that is like, geez. Like, weird, man. Oops. It's just, I don't want to just say it's different time, because I don't think it's just different times. I think... I don't know. It's so complicated. We're just becoming more aware of, like, why would we make fun of certain things, you know? Especially, like, people's immutable characteristics, you know? The things that make them who they are. We're just gonna, like, we're gonna turn that into a punchline. That sounds like a great idea. We can't do that now, yeah. Well, it's like arguably too, like the things that people are like, oh, you used to be able to do that. I think maybe we're always wrong, right? I don't like the idea that like, well, now that's wrong or now we think that's wrong. I think it might have always been wrong, you know? Well, no, I don't think it is always wrong. Like, yeah, back when like, you know what, we used to be able to be racist whenever we want. Man, those were the good old days. No. And it's like, and now everybody thinks that that's just wrong. And it's like, yeah, no, dude, it was always wrong. It's just because the society didn't think it was wrong doesn't make it not wrong, you know? Racism in past superhero comics, yep. And like now, like with Marvel and whatnot, look at these little rubies that make up the engine. Isn't that cool? With Marvel and whatnot, trying to essentially like not have those bad takes anymore. They're running across all these people who are like fighting it now, and they're like, "You can't do that. You're making superhero stuff woke." And it's like, well, I mean, sure, but like it's like not being racist now is woke. It's like, okay, sure, I guess I'm just woke. Legends of the superheroes. Immutable characteristics. I love the term immutable characteristics. Things about yourself that like you can't change. Even down to like the color of your hair. Why in the world would we make fun of people like that? In fact, it's one of... do I have it explicitly in my rules? If I don't, I need to put it in my rules. But that's basically kind of like one of the rules I have in the channel is like, don't make fun of people for that. Don't mock people for that. Yeah. Look at those. Look at those little wings. Yeah, that's the one. Knowing history, I think we don't know the true truth or the best way yet either. Humanity is dope in that way. The true truth or the best way yet. I mean, we definitely have a ways to go, right? That's the funny thing is like when these people are like, like, I'll go back to the example of Disney. when people keep saying that Disney's so woke, I just laugh because I'm like, I don't think you understand what that word means because they're really not. They're really not. They're a company who's trying to make money off of their properties. And they're trying to relate to as many people as they can within those properties to, say it with me, make money. So for these neckbeard guys to go around being like, oh, they're so woke, they're just trying to make it woke, it's like they're just trying to make money, man. And don't get me wrong, I think that representation in like Disney stuff does matter. I think that ultimately is a good thing, that people can feel like they see themselves in the media that they consume. So in a net positive way, like Disney doing this stuff is a good thing. It's just not, I'm cynical in the reason for why they're doing it. You know what I mean? Can't make a coherent statement. That's okay. It's all right. It's all good. I've been there. Sometimes I can't even in here. Congrats, the gays. You are profitable to the market. Yeah. I guess that's how you know you've arrived, right? When they can make money off of you. Oops, that's... Oh, is that going to go down here? Okay, wait. Did I mess something up? That goes down there. That goes up there. Okay, I think I just put the laser on the wrong direction. Okay. Jordan's like, wait, what? Just got out of a call. We're just talking about like representation and whatnot, and especially during Pride. Which, by the way, happy Pride to any of you who are of that. What would you call it? You can tell that I don't struggle, but I try my best to use appropriate terms wherever they are or wherever I can, because I had a very, I mean, and a lot of us of my age had an upbringing where we just didn't really think about that kind of stuff, you know? But yeah, like, and how Disney has been marketing, and not just Disney, but things in general, and including more people in the conversation, including more people in stories, like in really good stories. That's what inclusive means. Like, we get really good stories out of this stuff. We get different perspectives, you know? I think that's awesome. Sorry, I did a lot of that off camera. Genetic Lego YouTube. Is that YT? Hello. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Remember the lightsaber you got me? My friend Jake is gonna get one just because of us. Excellent. Do you need to know the link to which one that was? Because I can send you the link to it. It was on sale when I got it, but they went back up recently. But I kind of want to go get one for myself as well. I get triggered by the way Ms. Marvel is being sold as the first Muslim superhero by Disney and other news sources. She's just a cool superhero. Why focus on her religion? Well, I mean, if it's important if we haven't had that representation before, you know? Like, I think that's kind of why they point things out like that. And if you've seen the show, her religion and her parents is a big part of her character. I don't know much about Ms. Marvel outside of what I've seen in the show so far. But like, that seems to be a big portion of her character development, is like, how do you overcome parents who are very uptight and religious and don't understand what you want out of your life? And how do you balance like her, you know, maybe she wants to continue to be a Muslim. What does that mean for being a Muslim and a superhero? Like, what does that mean, right? Like, that's really kind of an interesting concept for them to follow. And I can relate a lot to that, having been in a religious household growing up as well. Even though it wasn't Muslim, I can relate to that and be like, wow, yeah, like that, I see what she's going through, you know? It's kind of cool. The YT is for YouTube. Excellent. Muslim people I know, the girls and women especially, are so happy that they can see someone they can relate to. Yeah, and I think that's why. Like, I think that's why, because you didn't really see that too much. It could just be parents in general. I think there is a universality to it. I think there is. Like I said, I can relate to some of that. Look at this X-Wing. I'm sorry. Let me break this up by just showing you how cool this X-Wing is. I can relate to it based on my upbringing, and I'm sure other people can too. And that, I think, is the ultimate good in it, is that it shows people that we would consider to be othered, right? Especially in our society. And maybe even, heaven forbid, suspicious of. We get to see them as human beings, right? We get to see them like learn and grow and struggle with some of the same things that we struggle with. And I think that's actually really cool. Like it kind of brings us together a little bit more, you know, makes us more like one person, you know. Her dad was just cool and he didn't care. Her dad was pretty funny in that first episode anyway. He dressing up as the Hulk, but yeah. I mean, I can. Yeah, I think it's important, and I think I say personally, I'm like, I would prefer to have more representation like that, because there are still things that I can relate to, you know. All right, we're attaching the X-Wing now. We get better stories, man. It's kind of how I feel about Kenobi right now, with things like Reva. Like we get interesting stories. This X-Wing's so cool. It just makes media better, honestly. I really think it does, to be able to see different stories and different perspectives. I don't look at it as they're just shoving it down our throat. I don't see it that way. I don't think anybody does here either, but I felt bad for him when he saw she didn't want to go with her to the con. I totally felt for him in that moment too. Yeah. And that's like the eternal struggle, is like, you know, our parents mean well, you know, they're not perfect, but like, I think at the end of this, we'll probably see, I'm hoping they'll kind of like humanize her mom a little bit more, not make her out to be the complete bad guy, and have her learn and grow and realize that like, wow, I've been sheltering my child when I should be allowing them, you know, some semblance of freedom to explore, you know. I hope that they realize that, because I think that's a good story arc, not just for Kamala. Kamala. I can't remember how to say it each time. I should just say Ms. Marvel, so I don't get it wrong. But not only for her, but also for her parents. Like, I hope that that's the direction that they go, because I think that'll be stupid interesting, in the best way. Stupid in the best way. I think that's it, guys. Look at this thing. Let me get a focus here so you can see it a little bit closer. Oh, that's so cool. I almost think it's not doing it justice on the camera. It's a little bit darker than it's showing on camera. Look at it from that angle. They're all like pew 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 pew. That's so cool. These I think are gonna be like my favorite display pieces. That is so gorgeous. Let's see. Get a good shot of it this way. Oh, bring you down. All right. Force is strong with this one. Excellent. We did it. All right. It's 9:20. That probably means it's time for me to go. I appreciate the conversation this morning. I love you all. It's poggers. Yeah, definitely an ageless set. So I have a shelf over here. I still need to send you guys pictures of it. All the helmets are on it, and I think there's gonna be just enough space for the dioramas on there too. What's next? So either the trash compactor diorama or Yoda's the Dagobah training diorama. Those are the two that we have left. That is it for the backlog. 2 more weeks. I can't believe it. We started with seven backlog sets, and now we're down to literally 2. Yeah, I think maybe the trash compactor might be next, and then we'll save the Dagobah one for last. I think the Dagobah one's going to be the biggest, the one that's going to take the longest, because it has a lot of swamp pieces in it. I think this diorama here is going to be the one that was the quickest, I think. So, yeah, and I think best for last, too. I think you're right. I think the Dagobah training one is going to be the best one. It has a lot of cool figures in it. It has a lot of green translucent pieces for the swamp, which is pretty cool. I love swamp. Okay, Shrek. I love swamp. I tried to get my son to watch Shrek the other day, and he just shook his head. It's like, no, too big, too scary, too big. He didn't want to do it. Yoda go, brr. Too big, too scary, too scary. Excellent. All right, guys. So unfortunately, I do have to go ahead and jump off. We'll raid somebody. Yeah, he's not a young man of culture, at least not yet. We're working on it. We're doing our best. It's a struggle over here. The toddler life is very interesting. Hey, don't slap me. All right. So I have work to do today. I have to go and mow my lawn, and it's so hot. But I'm just gonna embrace the heat. I'm gonna put on some shorts and a t-shirt and maybe a sleeveless tee. Get some tan going on these arms. Ooh, I definitely need to tan this arm. Ooh, I just blinded everybody. Nitalicious is on. Excellent. Yes, I'm gonna have lots of water with me. I'm gonna put sunscreen on, because I'm not taking a chance with that. Yeah. So tonight I'm still. Oh, thank you for the roundhouse. Why is that not working? Oh, there's Mrs. Nonder seeing me flash my white arms. Hang on, let me try this. Roundhouse Kick of Hydration is broken, guys. It's not playing at all. I don't know why. So yeah, I'm gonna go do some yard work. I've been putting it off way too long. The yard is way too long. It's gross. It's nasty. It's overgrown. All that stuff. All right, Troy, have a great day. We're gonna raid somebody. Let me get going with a pick to raid. Spud is on. I felt very bad for missing Spud last time. So I would love to go raid Spud if everybody's okay with that. He's currently playing Dauntless, which I know he just recently got back into after some time away. So let's go ahead and do Spud if everybody's cool with that. I felt so bad one day. I was gonna raid him with there was 30 people in here. I was like, let's raid Spud, and then he wasn't on, and so we picked somebody else. And then the second we raided someone else, he went live. Ah, so close. So close. Oh, hey, don't play that ad. Okay. Once I get through his ads, I will queue up. There we go. Raid Spud. So go show some love. Throw a follow if you haven't already. He does some cool in-game photography sometimes. I don't think that's what he's doing today. I think he's just playing Dauntless, but he does some fun stuff there. Good dude. So Spud Muffin, yeah. All right, and here's some Winnie the Pooh lo-fi to play you out. Thank you all so much today. I appreciate you. And why is Swedish Viking not playing now either? Anyway, I don't know. All right, here we go. Thank you all so much. Cheers, peace, all that. Bye.
I'll see what else I've got to paint.
I don't think you've actually got that many models to paint.
I don't. I need to go shopping.
Hey, Nonda! Dutch!
Nonda!
Thank you for the raid, my dude. How are you guys doing? I like PvP, but it depends on the game. Yeah, it depends on the game. This isn't a game that would benefit from it. 10 taters. Ah, that's a lot of taters. How you doing, guys? Welcome to the stream. You are watching me, Spud. Hello. Joined by the glamorous and gorgeous Alice. Alice, say hello to the raiders.
Hello. But if you could see me, guys, I'm not glamorous. It's too hot up here. I'm not wearing anything. So
that would probably just make them want to see you more.
No, I look like a mess. It's like 29 degrees up here.
It is really warm upstairs.
You guys are. Isn't insane.
Silly Crew, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the family.
Thank you for the raid.
Yeah, thanks for the raid, Nonda. How was the Lego build going? You were doing the Death Star trench run diorama, right? About to go out and mow like 100 degrees. So yeah, but you're American. You're used to it. You've got the benefit of coming home to air conditioning. We
Ooh, I
don't.
could go for some air conditioning.
Us Brit bongs, we don't have the benefit of air conditioning in our houses. Go time.
If you're still watching here, I love you.
will have to check out the VOD
And I will see you later.
It sounded like a really
Bye-bye.
interesting set, and I was wondering how you would make it a Lego